Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another stream. This is the Count of Monte Fisto, back with some more Final Fantasy XI. Reila and I, we're getting close to the end of Wings of the Goddess expansion, which after that, it pretty much puts us in the end game for Rhapsodies and Seekers. I was kind of looking at the, oh god, it's like the most recent shit that they updated for like 2021 through 2024, which is psychotic. The Voracious Resurgence, and apparently that's kind of like Void Watch or Abyssia and the add-on quest, where it's not really an expansion, it's like extra. Think of it like side quests plus. So we will probably end up doing that, like a little bit of that, but not like all of it, which puts the goal line for Final Fantasy XI way closer than we anticipated. So I think we'll definitely finish this game this year, which is crazy. Crazy shit. We also started Final Fantasy III the other day. We're working through Final Fantasy Tactics. That's taken quite a bit. Yeah, the game's good. I think the update is like the remake, whatever, is really good. It irons out all of the like rough edges of that game. But that game seriously has a lot of time in between battles of like optimization and menuing. A lot of it. But if you can stomach that, it is quite good. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I went to the after this morning's stream, I got the haircut, solid. Let my barber know what's up. He's like, yo man, let me know when you're in Miami, because I know all sorts of people, some good barbers and shit. I'm like, word, I'll fucking need one. Then I went to Lowe's, picked up some packing supplies, went to the gym, and I fucking, man, I'm wiped. Like, holy shit, bro. It was a good session. I was saying in the Discord, let me move this shit around, and we're in game. And let me accept this invite real quick. There we are. Oh, and let me show you my scholar. But anyway, yeah, so I went really hard. I was posting in the Discord about how, like, dude, you'll be in the gym and you'll see some motherfuckers. It's always like some real young fucking retards, sorry, but like they're rocking like Crocs and sleep pants, and they're like just kind of dicking around. And don't get me wrong, it's like the first step of improvement for a man is getting your ass to the gym, I feel, anyway. But like, come the fuck on. I'm saying, you know, have a little bit of standards. You gotta have gym shorts somewhere and some fucking tennis shoes, bro. Something, jeez.
I should have left you on that street corner where you were standing.
Rip 110 Street.
But you didn't.
Spaghetti, never
I should have left.
Well, I appreciate the 19 months though, bro. But yeah, that was a sick one. I mean, I'm glad that what wrecked the streak wasn't the bot fucking up. Because I was like, ah, no, Reila's streak. Let's see, my hair's approaching the middle of the back. Fuck yeah, dude, rock that shit as long as you can. Think of how many guys like lose hair. Dude, it's crazy, and I don't mean to dunk on anyone if this is you, but I feel like, you know, a lot of those people do have confidence because they just kind of have to, right? But think of how many guys like go bald when they're like fucking 20. People like have those genes where they just start balding in their 20s. It's nuts. I got like the slight, Michael Keaton hairline, but aside from that, pretty good. The men on both sides of my family have like, you know, hair until they're dead, so that's nice. But anyway, I've been messing around with Scholar a little bit. I got this fucker up to level 20. I have Black Mage. I think it recommends to have White Mage as secondary, in general. But, you know, stats are all right. I used for the first time, let's see, so I got, like, club going up a little bit, staff. I mean, you don't really, yeah. Scholar can do combat-ish. It's more of, like, I describe it as a red mage light, in the sense, or how to put it, not really red mage light. It's a red mage that's more magic-y and less attack-y, but still in that kind of ballpark of like a battle mage, you know what I mean? But very magic-y, both sides of classes. You got, oh god. How do I even like see my like abilities? I guess over here. You got Clear Mind, you have more MP recovered while resting, which I guess is nice. higher magic damage and more potent spells. More resistance against silence, which is fucking great for a mage class, right? Then you pretty much, how to put it, you kind of get every like hour, you get like a point you can use as Scholar to kind of have like ability to shift on the fly between black magic mode and white magic mode. And then it's like that magic is like super fucking boosted, right? And then how many of those points you get per hour, like how many like you can totally hold in your stock, is improved by how many levels of Scholar you get, right? So low levels you can hold 1, and then you have to wait an hour after using it. But I don't know, when you're like level max, you can have 5, right? So that way when you're fighting a boss, you can like you do like a hard shift into, you know, black magic and be throwing those, and they can use another of your stock and shift to white magic for a bit to quickly heal, and then hard shift back into dark magic. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, they call it like stratagems. So it's think like shifting gears, almost Final Fantasy 13, but not as horrifying. Battle Mage is always a fun playstyle. Yeah, because like, you know, Red Mage is like more, they use swords and shields more. They use like sticks and clubs, but they hit harder, but they're not as delicate. What do you think of the thumbnail I made? It was fucking great. No, I'm really looking forward to your Sonic video with Empty, because that's like a fucking train wreck. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But briefly, fuck, where do I find magic abilities? Magic skills, aha. So I was talking to Reila, because I've been being like just a big dummy and just fisting things the whole time because I play as Monk, right? So I didn't know that when you use enhancement magic, that shit lasts for like 30 minutes. So if you're going in a dungeon, you just like spam protect on all your homies and then go in. I mean, that's the only one I have, so that's why magic skills is 1. I got an elemental up to 18. Enfeebling level 3, just using like blind and bind. Then healing 5, that's taking a bit. But I'm not really sure what's dark. Reila, what is exactly is dark and divine? Is that just like holy and death magic? Like the fuck is that? Let's see, your video's gonna be around an hour. That's great. He's so fucking bad at that shit. It's nuts. Dark is like bio and drain. And what's the opposite side? Or if he plays white mage, he gets spells that do party-wide. That's fucking cool. Party-wide protect, so you don't have to go one by one. If you go one by one, I mean, those boosts last long enough. They can just like go one by one, and you know, aside from time, it's not bad. Divine is holy. Banish, Dia. Got it. Blue magic gets one as well. Yeah, I just wanted to show that. I have been trying to find time. I'm sounding like Bimmy over here. To fuck around with Scholar more. I kind of want to get to at least like 30 before the end of the expansion, but that's rapidly improving. But I kind of started to get a better feel for Magic class. I haven't really fucked with Magic class at all, aside from like Black Mage at the very beginning of the game. But I don't know, I feel like these are some respectable levels. Got a lot on your plate, yeah. That's the thing is, you know, even though, you know, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Gaseous, MMOs really is a lot of busy work, but I still stand by that they made a really comfy game world. I feel like if the Gape world, the gay world, if they didn't get that vibe, this game would have fucking bombed. It bombed hard, but, yeah, it's just comfy. Crystal or book, Reila? What's the best way to get to you? Grauberg South. Book, right? Just use a Nest Escape? Yeah, I guess we can do that. The Maniga Cape. It's my favorite. I like that cape a lot. Pop that on. God, look at those stat boosts. Holy shit. Plus 176, plus 174, plus 154. Holy shit. Could also tell you like this too. I don't mind how you tell me. I appreciate you and all that you do, and you being patient while I yap away like an asshole. Come on. Come on. 6 seconds. But, yeah, so I've been kind of wanting to find time to, like, hop in game, just to chill and relax. And, man, even then, it's, like, it's a lot going on. But yeah, so I went to Lowe's, got a bunch of fucking boxes, got some bubble wrap, and also the, like little foam, like the foam sheets. The idea is, like, you know, use, like, Scotch tape and the foam sheets, put that over the screen part of the monitors and TVs, then use bubble wrap to wrap around the side. And that should be beautiful. Alright, we talking to the crazy magic crystal. Or the ocean? There we are. Alright, the arrow was so high up, I wasn't even sure we were, I was looking at the fucking thing. I can use clothes as cushioning in boxes as well. That's what I'm gonna do for, like, books and shit as well. It's just, like, cause it's gonna be a little awkward. It's just putting extra clothes in there. Get the most out of it. So I'm gonna have, all those boxes of, like, shit that isn't, like, vital. Have that in my, parents' garage. Oh shit, oh, we're finally fucking here! Goddamn, they've been teasing us this location and cutscenes. Hold up, let me take it in. But like, visually this is cool with like the purples and the orange and the giant sky goatsy that's sucking up Titus. Tight ass. Deuce. Oh, so when I finally do my Final Fantasy or like retrospective review ranking video, without making special attention to it, should I refer to Titus as tight ass or Deuce? I'm just gonna fucking word that in the script every time I mention it, not draw attention to it, and try to bait some comments. That's always fun. Tight ass and his dad. Loose ass. Tight ass is funnier. I think it is. It really is good. Oh shit, I lost you. Did you go inside the scary door? I'm gonna assume. I think it's a safe assumption. No, oh fuck! Reila! I lost you. I wasn't sure where you were. I didn't even see you. I didn't even see you either. Or was I not supposed to go through this door? I turned around and like looked out the sky, then I turned back around and you were gone, so I'm like, alright, we'll go through there. Shit, it's Larzo, so we're gonna finally kick his ass? Sooner or late. I knew you'd show up. You just don't know when to quit, do you? You think that club is a gay club? Not that you need reminding, but you're all out of playing pieces. No amount of struggling will avail you now. So why don't you save us all some trouble and give up? Larzos. He's like grabbing her ass. I mean, I would too. God damn. They got matching Mike Tyson face stats, just like Zell. And Ringaling and Portia. Shame on you for betraying. And now kiss. Shame on you for betraying Lil Sen Kanamati trust, turning her goats. Worse, you went so far as to sell your souls to the dark divinity like a sack of yams, a bag of potatoes. A creature as near as beastman makes no difference, would presume to admonish me. My soul is for sale, and neither God nor man. That's kind of cool, that teleportation, I gotta give it to him. There existed an enemy that wanted for vanquishing. I merely made a choice, one that granted me the power I needed to accomplish my objectives. It's just that, like that one really cool character in Berserk. You know, the one that totally never did anything gay to get power. Or evil to get power. Do not think ill of me, Count of Monte Fisto. Even you, Portia. Selfish though this must sound, it matters not what becomes of me or the future. But a world without Sir Regalis is like a world bereft of light. I could not abide in such a place. If I didn't guts as fuck Griffith, it would have prevented a lot of bullshit. Fuck, if Muir or whatever the fuck his name is, if he was still alive, we could have asked him that. but you've made a habit of questioning our motives, Cat, but what are your own? You and yours seek to prevent the true future from coming to pass. Me and mine, on the other hand, have taken up arms against Altana's will. Fact is, both our existences are sinful in the eyes of the gods, and there ain't no change in that. What? I won't stand for such slander. Unlike you savory bunch, we fight to realize an ideal, goddess-sanctioned world. We fight for great justice. Spare us the... Is that the second or third, like, Zero Wing reference in this expansion? I really think the fucking translators were on a Zero Wing kick. That can't be fucking coincidence. Spareth the rhetoric. Even a hoodman could see that. There's no way that's coincidental. There's no fucking way in hell. Even a hoodman could see that next to nothing separates our two factions. That were but two sides of the same coin. Zero Wing was a huge meme back in the day. Well, when I streamed the game, what kind of blew me away is the game's actually like really fucking good. It's just also absurdly hard. But yeah, that's crazy. I, for one, could care less for justice and utopias. We glaze our words with honey and put on a righteous facade, but in truth we're not more than power-starved scoundrels. Even as I stood engulfed in the cold flames of the underworld, I became awakened to my deepest, darkest desires. 'Twas such an epiphany as I'd never known. For all my gallantry and talk of honor, what truly drove my existence was the feel of hard steel in my hand as it cleaves through the flesh and bone of mine enemies, spilling their lifeblood. I have all my life been a soldier, by the sword have I lived, and by it I shall die. I shall slay the Shadow Lord, or perish in so trying. Ring-a-ling. All your base came out during the 2000 election, ancient meme. Yeah, but just for like in one expansion to have like 3 fucking like soft references. This is fucking funny. They were on a kick for this one. Yeah, because this came out what, like a year, maybe a year or two after Final Fantasy 12 was released. I think this was like 2007 or 8, right? Oh, hi there, you. I have chosen my path, as you have chosen yours. There's naught to say nor to do now, but to stay our resolve and see things through to the last. It's fancy with those blades. Oh, we gotta fight all 3 of them. Oh, neat. You're Count Monte Fisto. Consider this a mirror into your future, Count Monte Fisto. Count Monte Fisto. Trust in me. My very own clone. Now neither of us will be virgins. This is why I can't imagine cloning technology coming to fruit, because just imagine the rape and the fucking amount of fucking legal proceedings that would have to come out of it. Sci-fi authors have been too cowardly to approach that topic. Is this person your comrade, your friend? So you decide to face us as there's 2 spite wardens. Now that I've called you that, though, most like a lot. That's kind of interesting. This is the first time in a cutscene that we see our homies. Like our actual party. Most like you lot will be bleeding about wanting some new, more virtuous sounding name. Those words are the only truth to have come out of you this whole time. The entire encounter. We're no warrants of spite, I assure you, but there'll be a lot more opportune time to resolve the issue of names. Let's finish this once and for all, put an end to this overlong struggle. The stage is set for our decisive battle, and there's no lack for cast members. Whatever the outcome, the end will see these grounds awash with the blood of scoundrels. Let it begin. Set free your inner beast and come at us with all your strength. Alright, let's do this shit, bro. When wills collide. Alright, you summon some people unless you want to just go kick ass. It's up to you. Oh wait, I have shit. There we are, look at that. I'm gonna kick Horse's ass. I've always wanted to. Rage Elise is mine, you bitch. Oh wait, come on. There we are. One day I'll get good at that. Oh, Horse is dead. Alright, shit. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I guess we weren't really ready for level 119 equipment. Gotta get better at using my, like, I finally set up the macros, and I'm like, gotta get good at using them. I'm like, oh yeah, I have them. How do I use them? Fuck. Spooky. Hitting a little bit too close to home, the fact that I'm fisting myself in the game as well. Would appear mine eyes did not deceive me. You are the very Elvry Ilm, the woman I marked you for, Count of Monte Fisto. Kicked my own ass. So this is the power of the goddess, tempered in the blazing forge, or her children's hopes and dreams. You've proven yourself worthy of my respect. I'm gutted that my time's up, but there's no helping it. Victory belongs to they who want it more. When do we get to kick the other Spite Warren's ass? I thought Larzos was the cooler one of the three. The other two were like massive dickheads. What will become of those two? Will they be alright? Have no fear, I value their lives above my own. As my final act, I will see them to safety. Farewell, bearers of Alkana's will. Sir Ragelis, of those who fought the war, none was more valorous, more honorable than you. The folks of both realities know this well. For the sake of the future, no matter which. You must live on. Pray forgive me, my premature departure. Honored to have served beside you, my lord. Tips Fedora and pieces out. Teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid. I will tear out his heart. I will eat his children. That reminds me. Let us hasten back to Grauberg, Count of Monte Fisto, to where Lilith slumbers. Alright, before we go back, let me just take in the go-to butthole again. It's a beautiful place. I'd say it kind of reminds me of like a more, obviously much more ominous, was it the End of Time from Chrono Trigger? At some point, I'm gonna like stream Chrono Trigger. I wanted to like do a couple more 16-bit RPGs first before I go back to it just so I can, it's been a long time since I played Chrono Trigger. I really, really want to appreciate just what it is about it that makes it so great. So I feel like when I played it, I didn't have a whole lot of experience with 16-bit JRPGs aside from, like, Mario RPG and Final Fantasy VI, and, that's about it. What the fuck are these guys? What the fuck? It's a homie? It's a homie. Oh shit. Caps lock, yes. Why is it case sensitive? That's like so dumb to have this shit case sensitive. Oh, lovely. Enjoy it a little more. Yeah, just neat visual. Purple and the orange. Speaking of fucking Sonic, that's the same coloration that is in, was it Marble Zone, whatever the fuck it's called. I think it's called Marble Zone, no? I think visually, that's one of my favorite Sonic levels. Just really cool. Good game. Game's good. Nice shade of lavender. Yes. Yeah, I know. Like certain color combos you just don't see in a lot of games, or I don't know. Unequip your weapons? What? Fucking why? I mean, don't get me wrong, I trust you, but like, fucking, what the fuck is that about? Like, I have to assume that's just shitty coding or something. Alright, do I just check it out again? I thought we were going back to, oh yeah, we gotta do the, question mark? No. Alright, so it is the vertical conflux. There we go. There we go. Lilset's soul, it's beginning to glow, emitting light. She's gonna be naked when she hatches out of that egg, right? Why won't you awaken? Don't tell me. Shit, I still need to watch Angel's Egg. I watched the first, like, 20 minutes at some point and then just forgot to finish it. That happens a lot to me, man. Why won't you awaken? Don't tell me. Are we too late? We're slow to return? Lilith said, come back to us. Wake up. ADD is a hell of a drug. Oh, I have a hell of a fucking story to let you guys know. I'll let you go after this cutscene, though. It's gonna be a rant. It's a blast from the past. What's the wings of the goddess? What are we, some kind of suicide squad? Frodo, this day is Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Batman, this is when the Dark Knight rises. Angel Egg's a great film. Gotta be in the mood for it. Yeah, when I stopped it, it wasn't that I was like disinterested in it. It was really just, I forgot to finish the fucking thing. It's like real late when I was like, yeah, I got like 30 minutes. Let me start something. I'll finish it tomorrow. And then, you know, everything else. Do you know that Mamoru Oshii was going to become a priest? The film was a result of his crisis of faith. You ever see the movie Silence? That was a Scorsese movie about a true story about the, was it the Portuguese, missionaries in Japan that were, like, fucking crucified and shit, trying to find one another. Like the one dude's, like, mentor was, like, disappeared. They stopped, so they, like, couldn't believe that, like, he was dead or captured, so they, like, kind of went in, snuck into the country to find him. Really good movie, but it's called Silence. It's long and dry, but it's good if you're in the mood for it. But yeah, fucking, it's a, fuck, I just said his name. Italian, man. That's how bad my memory is, bro. Scorsese, there we are, jeez. Lilith, oh, thank the goddess. Altana be praised. Monte Fisto, pizza. Isn't it a little early to be awake? Her mouth is ready. You've been asleep for far too long, more like. Overslept something fierce. If only you knew how much Count Monte Fisto and I feared for you. How much of a fright you gave us. What happened to me? Count Monte Fisto? You saved me? That she did, and most resolutely, with unparalleled singleness of mind. Count Monte Fisto roamed far and wide, returning only after she had gathered all your scattered memories. Found them all. Thank you, Count Monte Fisto. I owe you so much. As I had earlier explained to Count Monte Fisto, together you two form the wings of the goddess, the bearers of Altana's divine will. Only in union can you soar to the skies and fulfill the destiny you share, your prophesized tasks. I see. Lady Lilith, are we going to confront her? Yes, it's past time we came to grips with her. Can no longer delay the denouement? But you, Lilith, have been brought through much and more of late, suffered unspeakable traumas. Anyone could tell by looking at you that you're a spring chicken, but none could know how right they'd be. Quite literally correct. But we know better, and as such you shall remain here for the nonsense convalesce. Recover your strength. Alright. To the enemy's dismay, we've clawed our way back to be on a footing with them. Stand on even ground. I'd wager this is their first taste of desperation, their introduction to fear. We must take this to mean that they will be coming at us in force, with steel singing and magic blazing. Ready yourself as best you can, Count Monte Fisto. Go meticulously prepared. But anyway, so maybe I'll tell the story in a bit. Damn. When the Harbinger cometh, the champions of dawn will descend. The maiden of dust shall descend. Bear witness, Atmos. Behold which side of the playing board shall be left tear-drenched when the dust settles, when all is said and done. Kind of interesting how Atmos is just like a force that doesn't really, like, not really evil or good, it just doesn't give a fuck. And now it's telling us to zone out and wait an in-game day. Fucking great. Well, it's 1600 in-game, so I mean, that's not that bad, huh? All things considered. Got a warp ring here. But anyway, so, oh, we can use this to teleport back? But, so one of the things I was doing today, right, was going through all of my, paperwork. See, thou needest not worry, my kid and I shall watch over the child as such time as thou dost return. The survival of our world hinges on the imminent confrontation. See that you are well rested and prepared, Count Monte Fisto, before we embark on a final leg of your journey. Strike for fate. Proceed. So, for the last, like, 20 years, I've had a box of fucking paperwork, right? Of just, like, paperwork for my whole fucking life, right? And, you know, every time I'm, like, making a big fucking move, you know, like, out to Arizona or back, and then, you know, near fucking DC, and then, you know, now going to Florida, you know, so I was like, oh, make sure you take all your fucking paperwork and shit, yada, 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 and I never went through it, because there's so much of it. Like, it's fucking insane. Just how much, paperwork this shit is. Like, it's impractical. It would take, like, fucking hours, and I spent, like, you know, 3 hours a couple days ago and 3 hours a day finally getting through it and making, like, a fucking shred or burn pile, which is what I'm going to do. Because, you know, all the shit has, like, you know, PII on it, like, personally identifiable information and shit. Some of it's, you know, has, like, social security numbers, addresses. I'd rather just have it be gone. But, like, in this fucking pile of shit, like, most of it is just, like, why the fuck would it ever be saved? Like, I'm talking, like, fucking, like, report cards from elementary school and shit. And I'm just like, Mom, why did you just, like, shred this shit when it was, like, I don't know, maybe a year afterwards? Like, why the fuck was I lugging this around? Like, really? This was the important shit all this fucking time? So I'm, like, going through it because I'm, like, removing staples to, like, fucking shred it, right? And, like, as such, I'm also reading it. And, like, I'm seeing, like, fucking, like, notes on the fucking report cards from like the first grade, where the first grade teacher is just like going on a diatribe bitching about me, like, oh my god, Taylor just can't fucking pay attention at all. Like, I'm not getting through to this kid. He's just like fucking like putting like pencils behind his ears and like playing with shit on his desk and looking out the fucking window and zoning out. Like he's like fucking like going at ape shit, distracting the other fucking kids. And I'm like, god damn, I feel like I'm, what, a 7-year-old? Really, bitch? You're gonna go that fucking hard. It's essentially like, I heard he's retarded or something, right? It had that energy, like some Billy Madison shit. So then, like, in the other pages, right, I see, like, where, like, I went to a fucking, psychiatrist, right? So I went to a psychiatrist in the first grade. I didn't even, like, fucking remember this. And then as I'm going through here, like, it's, like, all flashing back to me, right? Yeah, that's how they used to treat kids. It's insane! It's fucking insane! It's like, oh, you can't... And that's why everyone was taking Ritalin back in the fucking day, is because these goddamn fucking teachers just couldn't fathom the fact that, yeah, like, kids don't give a shit about school, and especially fucking boys, right? Like, sorry if we make your life fucking hard. And, yeah, I'm looking at, like, the, grade 2 and 3 teachers shit as well. They're like, yeah, he gets distracted easily. It's fine, right? But anyway, so I had to go to a fucking psychiatrist, right? For like, you know, just like to visit, for them to like do tests, right? They were like doing IQ tests on me. I'm assuming to make sure I wasn't retarded, right? But like my percentages were like, it was in different fields, right? And they were like 97 percentile, 98 percentile, 99 percentile. And then it was like the notes by the fucking psychiatrist, like, okay, this kid's like really, really smart, but yes, he's got some fucking Rain Man energy, and yes, he fucking is super easily distracted and can't pay attention for shit and will get easily lost. But my god, they weren't wrong. No, I was like laughing, but I was also angry, right? But he's like, look, if, you know, the teacher's got a pitch, just give the teacher my number. I'll fucking talk to her. I'll fucking send whatever letter you want. But yeah, they're gonna have to do some extra shit to fucking get through to him, because yeah, he's, you know, he's he's hard to keep locked in. My teachers either thought I was a psychopath or sociopath. No, I just know it's bullshit. Well, that was later on. That was more me, like in middle school and early high school. Was like, I was like, you know, I could not give less of a shit, especially when I had the epiphany, right? Hold up, let me equip my shit. Now I'll go to Zarsabard with you. I mean, we can always, like, kill some shit, or I don't know what you want to do. It's all up to you what we do. But, like, yeah, so when I had the realization that you could just not do homework and still, like, pass, as long as you get, like, C's and D's, right? I, like, my GPA dropped, and, you know, I was fucking, like, always pissed, right? Yeah, I know, like, but then, like, I remember distinctly, like, in, like, trigonometry in high school, right, for example, I would, like, not do homework and, like, be constantly, like, talking the whole time, and, like, I wouldn't be doing that well, but then the, you know, teacher would, like, hand out fucking tests, and then I would, like, ace the test and be, like, the first one to turn it in, and, like, as he's bringing back the grades, he's like, man, I don't fucking know, man. It's like, I just don't know what the fuck is up with you, bro. I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I don't want to do the homework. But yeah, if you give me the test, clearly I know this shit, I promise. Is Zarsabard, is that crystal or book? And what we doing, baby? Crystal. Oh, fuck, yeah, I got it. Didn't know I had fucking chat active. But yeah, so anyway, like, I'm reading through this shit, and I'm like, fucking texting my mom, like, yo, A, why'd you hold on to this shit so long? B, I need to go back in time and steal your stapler, because holy shit, how many more staples could you put in all this shit? Like, this is, like, you know, drastically increasing the amount of time this shit's take. And also C, why was my elementary school first grade teacher such a cunt? Please explain that to me. But, like, man, what a bitch. And once again, the later teachers, like, I was just as distracted. You know, of course, they, you know, threw my ass on Ritalin. I stopped taking that shit in the 5th grade. because it's bullshit. I wonder how much that fucked me up. You know, the world will never know. But, like, still, like, later teachers, they're like, yeah, he's fucking distracted, and he fucking talks a lot, and... Yeah, but, like, he's fine. He's good. So, I don't know, that... Fuck that teacher. Fuck that first grade teacher. But yeah, so I'm, like, going through this paperwork, having, like re-suffering childhood trauma. I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's distracted and talks a lot. No, really? I know, right? Isn't that crazy, Reila? Yeah, as I was like reading it, I was thinking of you guys though. I'm like, man, they would have gotten a kick out of these like teachers being like, is he retarded or autistic or what the fuck? he just won't fucking listen. His eyes, his eyes just zone out and he sees through you. That could be visible to another, a fabulously fascinating phenomenon, Kupo. Ah, but I forget myself. Pray allow me the pleasure of self-introduction. I am Kupofried, a simple Moogle beckoned hither by the enormous energy emanating from that floating column of stones, Kupo. But now I do wonder whether 'twas in sooth to thee that I was drawn. For from thee permeath a peculiar power, one at once distinct and familiar. The power of which I speak is that of magical tablets I created of old. The amazement of this discovery is such that I must repeat mine earlier words, a fabulously fascinating phenomenon, Kupo. What will you guys... Who are you? Tablets of Moogle persuasion? Thou knowest of the Mog tablets? Strange, as I can sense not their presence in this plane, Kupo. For a certainty, thou art no ordinary woman. Who are you exactly? As I mentioned merely moments ago, I am known as Kupofried. My sworn duty is to watch over the world's welfare from afar. Thy doubt-laden eyes, they say unto me, spare me the jest, Kupo. Oh, the river of time doth flow furious and fleet. Why, but aeons ago mine was still a name revered across the realms of men, Kupo. Though that is not to claim that I'm possessed of potent power, for truly, the seed of greatness doth lie within us all, awaiting the opportunity to sprout forth. But let us not dwell on the past, after all, Kupo. 'Tis the future that deserveth our attention. Much like the mysterious stones floating enticingly before thee. Thou canst see them, yes? Clear as day. Its existential phase is attuned not to this world, but thus causing it to be veiled from ordinary eyes. Though not from thine, evidently. Cupositively curious. To put it plain, the conflux is a gateway, one that linketh this world to a distant domain. For true? For true, Kupo. And the faraway place whither it leadeth is known as the Walk of Echoes, a realm shrouded in mystery that hath existed since time immemorial, Kupo. The Walk of Echoes is a forbidden realm in lay Moogle's terms, a place whereto entry is forbidden. For this very reason that this conflux existeth is beyond baffling, Kupo. Whatever could lie at the root of this astonishing anomaly? While many are my theories, there is no substitute for proper investigation, Kupo. Offer a helping hand? Sure, why not? Thou hast mine ample appreciation. Much remaineth unclear, to be sure, but one thing is certain. 'Tis not by simple happenstance that we found one another here. Would that I could accompany thee to the realm beyond, but discretion is required of me in all my doings whilst in this world. As such, thou must venture forth alone. Know, though, that thou wilt not go bereft of aid, Kupo. If thou dost will it, I shall imbue unto thee miraculous Moogle magic that shall grant thee safe passage to the Walk of Echoes. If there is aught thou wouldest know, speak thy mind. I shall answer to thee the extensive extent of my knowledge. How to enter. Very well, as it please thee, I shall imbue in thee marvelous Moogle magic, but there is but one thing I require to incant the invocation. That is coin. Ah, fuck you. Gil is the name which thy kind call it? Yes. 1,000 of it should serve satisfactory, Kupo. Why Gil, thou asks? Knowest thou not that within coin resideth great power? Yeah, Six, how'd you ID that this guy was Jewish? What cued you off? Like before, like obviously now it's easy, but like what cued you off before? I'm psychic. Yeah, but that's like some fucking dead-on shit, bro. In its journey, thou innumerable hands, Gil absorbeth abundant amounts of soul energy. And it is not the set of same energy that is required for the invocation, Kupo. I want the soul energy and the money you pass through all the hands. Oi. Now that thou hast been illuminated as to the importance of Gil, pray kindly supply the aid sum. After a while, you just know. It's like the Gator, exactly. Alright, gladly. Here you go, here's your fucking shekels. Oi, that's only 999 Gil. Where's the last one? Okay, so this isn't the one we need. The one we need is in the marshlands. Got it. Well, it's still an interesting little dialogue, though. Watch now in awestruck amazement as the mighty Moogle magic of Koopa Freed is cast upon thee. And once again, we gotta kill in game time anyway, but we only have an hour and a half in game time left. The deed is done, Kupo. To thee I return thy coin in its magic form. With it in thy possession, do examine the vertical complex. Thou shalt be whisked to the walk of echoes within the blinking of thy mind's eye. May thine investigation be met with substantial success. What happened if I hop in it though? What's in there? Now I have to see. I warped you. No worries. I just want to see what you saw. So what is the point of this then? Is it just different sides of it? Oh, wait a minute. Are there like two fucking Atmoses, or is that something else over there? Are these like different Atmoses from different timelines? I guess different quests to do. Yeah, but interesting. Yeah, why are there two Atmoses though? What the fuck? Unless it's like one from the good timeline and one from the bad time, each leading us here. That might be what it is, honestly. It might be something fucked up like that. Alright, let me warp back then. Interesting. Oh, and what quests are we on, just so I can have that up? On the shit. On the BG Wiki. Which, yes, for the record, BG Wiki. Oh god, 48, that's crazy. We're so far. BG Wiki, that fucking leveling guide, fantastic XPs and where to find them. Oh, that's so good. That's perfect. I mean, you know, obviously, what, like 25 years of of knowledge, but still impressive. Are we doing book or crystal for this guy? I can't remember. I'm gonna assume book. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about this, this expansion's plot between last stream and this one, but it is interesting how like all the the commonality of themes throughout all of them is previous generations fucked up and you uncover the mysteries of them and you just kind of fix their mistakes while kind of like defying fate and making your own future, as unlikely though it may be. Once again, I kind of really like when the games do that. Like I know Final Fantasy, what, 8 does that, Final Fantasy 5 does that. It's another one. Where it's like the previous generation of heroes fucked up, essentially. Or like they didn't really finish their job. They kind of tried and failed, right? What else? 10 is like obvious example. Yeah, I just feel like it's just a cool story. And it's one of those things where I don't think they do it quite too much, but they almost do it too much. Oh, there you are. Of course, one thing I think they do too much is like, God has determined this and we need to fight our fate. Once again, Final Fantasy 15 and 16 kind of did that back to back. Although 15 was more of like, oh, here are the gods, they want this fate, and it's like, oh, we're kind of like acting for them to help them. Although I think in the extra material for 15, there's like plans to have like more expansions, kind of like reverse that and like an alternate timeline ending. But of what I've read on that, the writing for that's pretty shitty. I feel like it was kind of half cooked. I kind of like the ending we got. It's just if only the rest of the story was finished to supplement that, that would have been best case scenario. But yeah, 16 though. Real interesting premise. That first third was fucking good, and then the rest was not so much. Sad. Oh, my Steam review, by the way, it's got like fucking like 160. I think like 160 fucking updates, which is pretty nice. So clearly, Gaseous, it's not too long for people to read it. If you play through Final Fantasy 16, I guess you have the patience to read through it. But I had one motherfucker, why am I not, yeah, nothing's happening here. Also, the next day has passed, by the way. Are you getting something from this? Because I'm not. Alright, well, the next day passed if you want to go back to the thing. Unless we do need to do something here. It's up to you, baby. I was just saying, to unlock this, you have to start the Void Watch quest from Jueno. Got it. Have we done any Void Watch yet, or no? I have, but have I? We should at some point do like at least one. Basically M&M hunting. Does one take a long time, or would one be kind of shortish, like less than an hour? Because if it's less than an hour, I might like to do it just so I can kind of get a, no, it's just kind of waste of time. All right. Fair then. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that, how like NM really is, like, you know, people give Final Fantasy 12 credit for like the hunts, right? But 11 has NMs, and 10 has the like unlockable super fights from, you know, killing all the enemies in each area. Because I wouldn't really call those super balls. Those are just unique special monsters, which are kind of the same thing as the hunts. You know what I mean? There's really no story. I can just try to show you what one looks like. I gotcha. I mean, we don't have to do it now, but just to, like, at some point, maybe we might want to check it out if we get to one of these points where it's like, oh, wait an in-game day, we could go, like, just check one out real quick. You know, there's weird energy things floating around, like little orbs. I think so. What's good, Pickle? How you doing, bro? How's your week? How's your weekend? You talk to them, spawn NM, that's about it. Okay, got it. But yeah, in Final Fantasy Tactics, I got homies in the party named after you guys. I think you're a chick white mage, Pickle. I made Gaseous a chick warrior. I kind of already had the archetype set up, so I was just like, alright, let me just get through names. You can get items and gear, but early on it's not really worth it. Gotcha. Pickle's been a rough week, trying to chill a bit, got some chocolate milk, I gotcha. Hopefully next week it's better for you. I do hope for you guys, I do. Fucking stay strong. I know it gets, I think it's tough. kind of grateful that, like, life stopped shitting on me briefly. Briefly, I'm always, like, bracing for the next, yeah, around the next corner, but, hopefully everything goes smoothly. I got a week before, the departure, which, should be nice. Rauberg South. He made me a white mage chick, the superior mage, indeed. It's like, what's her nuts in Shining Force 2. She queefs on everyone to heal them. I see, I already forgot all the names of the Shining Force 2 characters. They're all gone. It's like I hid myself with the fucking neuralizer for Men in Black when I finished the video game. And even during playing that video game, that happens too. But what I was saying, in my Steam review for Final Fantasy 16, there's, let's see, Men in Black wouldn't even need a neuralizer for you. Yes, you still have Final Fantasy 16 PSD. Oh, that's gotta be, going for a while, Pickle. I mean, that's up there with Final Fantasy 13. I mean, those both are like bottom 3 games in the franchise for me. Along with 2, but 2 I give credit for because it did a lot, like, really innovative. It had a lot of ambition, and it took risks, and it was also like an 8-bit game. It was an 8-bit game. How much shit can you really give it? But 13 and 16 don't really have an excuse. But the in the review for it that I posted on Steam, one dude, like, was, let's see, a lot of early 8-bit game sequels took a lot of risk. Yeah, it goes along with that. And yeah, that also kind of established, well, see, with a lot of 8-bit games, right, they after the weird sequel, they kind of took a couple of the elements from the second one, but then mostly went all the way back and, you know, kind of just made a superior version of the first game for the third entry, right? But I feel like Final Fantasy just continued the tradition of, like, always doing something pretty fucking different each entry. But anyway, one dude commented on the fucking Final Fantasy 16 review, being like, because I was in the comments, you know, someone is asking me, like, hey, is this game better or worse than Final Fantasy 16, though? I'm like, well, both are, like, real rough, but I think 15's a superior game, and I kind of listened to why. But then this one dude just commented, like, oh, I was with you until, you know, with your review until the comment of 15 being better than 16. Then, like, had a bunch of, like, weird edgelord shit. And of course, it's like that other guy where his, like, community groups were, like, you know, weird Reddit shit. But, like, you know, I was, like, curious as I was looking at him, like, he doesn't say, like, why 16 is better than 15. He just is giving me shit for saying it. But it's also not addressing any of my points as to why it's better. So I, like, you know, I clicked on his, you know, profile, and, like, all of his shit was public, so I checked out the games he owned. The only Final Fantasy game he played was 10. Like, he didn't even play, and that's why I posted on the Discord. I'm like, man, I can't stand when, like, because once again, I used to work with a guy like that who would stress opinions on video games that he didn't play. He just watched streams of it. Like the guy at work I used to work with, like, watched streams of every single Resident Evil game and would get into conversations with me about Resident Evil, and then I kind of started to, like, get the fucking feeling like, man, some of what he's saying is, like, off. And then I, like, would ask him, and he's like, oh, well, I mean, I've never played a Resident Evil game. I watched streams of one guy playing it. Like, and you have strong opinions over a what the fuck? Like, that's some insane shit to me. That is insane. But yeah, people will do that. Bro, I know motherfucker like that. A lot of us do. And I've said this before, that gaming is a really autistic hobby that attracts the fucking deranged and the chronically online. We know this, but it's always fascinating when you see someone with, like, some serious fucking problems. But just weird, man. The idea of, like, oh, I've seen I've seen the intro of 16, I saw that combat, and I watched some of the shit on 15 and their combat, and that's more of an auto battler, so there's no way 16 is fucking worse than 50. And I'm like, motherfucker, there's more than just the combat. There's, trust me, there's a lot wrong with 16. I still maintain that the only reason it doesn't hold the like record for most cutscenes in a game is because people stopped counting that for some reason. But everything I could find online of like, you know, what's the total count of cutscene and like idle time, just staring at the screen, not touching the controller. And in terms of like just time amounts, 16 is on top. There's nothing that fucking comes close. It's crazy. So it'll be a while before I'm over how fucking baffling some of the design decisions of 16 were. I don't know. Maybe if there are no more Final Fantasies and there is no Final Fantasy 17, maybe that's for the best, honestly. Maybe they take some of the criticism of 16 and go in a different direction, but honestly, if they just like stopped. I'm just thinking of the Filthy Frank meme. It's time to stop holding the clock. My goodness. Don't stop doing this shit, please. Count de Monte Fisto, I was just dreaming about you. Was I nutting your pussy during that dream? You're looking for Katsu? She made a brief stop here but a moment ago on her way to Ronfair. Ronfair. That was where you and I first met, wasn't it? It feels like a lifetime ago when I caught you there. At any rate, our feline friend should be in Ronfair. Why don't you try searching for her there? God, she's like fucking Prish. She became like brain dead. Hopefully that's not permanent, my god. Was it a dream where she was queefing in my mouth? Was she a healer from Shining Force 2? That's what they all did. Or the healing monks. Are we warping again? Alright, on to the fucking next one, baby. Yeah, what are you guys playing through? I'm guessing, Pickle, you're still going through Demon Souls, Gaseous. Are you still doing, did you do, like, Dark Souls 3 at some point? Or were you still working through that? Or you hopping on some other shit? I'm, let's see. So wait, are we going to a present or past Ronfair? I actually forget. It's getting really confusing, because sometimes they do want us to go to the present. Assume past. There, let's check this shit. Haven't been playing much of anything. Taking a bit of a break. Don't need to toss my PS5 out the window. Except with the buddies who want to play shit online. Gotcha. Oh, that was one thing I was kind of thinking. I was like, maybe that one guy in that comment thread was like, maybe he played on PS5, but then I'm like looking at his profile, and it's like, no, he's got like hundreds of hours on like exclusively PC games. I'm like, there's no way this motherfucker has a PS5. And even then, you'd also need a PS4 for 15, so it's like, no, there's just no way you fucking play these. That's crazy. It's just weird, the idea of having a really strong opinion on games you haven't fucking played. I don't know any other medium where that's a thing. Maybe with like I know with like Star Wars Ashoka, people were kind of like that. But like, oh, that looks so bad. But I mean, like, you would need a Disney Plus subscription to play it. But also, you don't really need to have watched it just to look at it and be like, yeah, it looks kind of rough. But even then, I would still preface any statement made on it with, oh, is there an East Ronfair book? Or do you just take the exit? But yeah, I would still, okay, you took the exit. Alright, it's, East Ronfair, other one. But yeah, I would still preface a statement with, like, yeah, I didn't play that game, but it looks bad. And take the book we can raise. Yeah, I kinda wanna see the how all the magic shit of the past looks. Sometimes it's nice to walk through shit in Final Fantasy 11. Yeah, but I'll preface shit when I talk about games I haven't played with, like, yeah, it looks bad, but I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't know for sure, you know? Because there are some games, I mean, let's look at Shenmue, for example. That's a game where people are like, yeah, that game looks really autistic, and then you play and you're like, okay, yes, the game is really autistic, but also... it's kind of genius. I'm still not sure what they were going for. But it's beautiful. What a fucking experimental mess. What an experimental mess of a game. It's fascinating. Like watching The Room for the first time. You're like, what the fuck did I just experience? My buddy of mine played it for months and he collected everything. Yeah, I think I was saying, like, after I finished playing it, I was like, I feel like I experienced everything, and I'm like, and then you're like, nope, not at all. There's so much more shit. Which, once again, there's like something really impressive about that. To fit all that like shit and that, you know, on a Dreamcast disc and have it be everything be time sensitive. I'd have everyone be on schedules. I was talking about how with Todd, I was talking about what's Todd's system called for Oblivion? Where he was like kept like preaching like, yeah, this is the first time in any game where NPCs have a schedule and you can interact with them, and depending on the day and time. It's like, well, actually, dickhead, not really. But also, another game did it first. You fuck. Day 1000 of running from the NHK. I know. How are you doing, Amerisharts? I was saying, I made some fucking Final Fantasy Tactics characters. Well, I mean, I made the Final Fantasy Tactics characters, and then later on be like, actually, I should name these guys after chat viewers. After one dude in chat was like, yo, name me after it. I'm like, all right, let me name you after that, and I'll also name some of the other homies, some of the other rigs. What am I looking at? Am I looking at this, like, shiny thing? Oh, okay, I had no idea. Because we've seen these before, but I don't think I've ever interacted with one until now. Turning into your gaseous clay a la empty style. Well, I tried my best. I tried my damnedest. Hey, you guys influence me, and I like to think I influence you a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that would be pompous of me to assume. He is gay, and more importantly, sinks at video games. Ooh, gaseous, empty, or me? Or yes? It's fucking funny. Look how tiny my name was in that shot. You see that shit? Oh, so I was like watching some shit on Final Fantasy 12, right? Oh shit, we got a wasted fisting from Pickle. It had to happen. I was watching some shit on Final Fantasy 12, and actually like Hironobu Sakaguchi, one of his last things while he was working on 11 and 10 and presumably the movie, was he was like, all right, and for 12, like it'll be the Final Fantasy Tactics guy and some of the 11 team. The guy of Final Fantasy 12 is also kind of Sakaguchi's idea, at least in terms of like the general direction. That was like one of the last things before he left and the merger happened. And you know, and apparently 12 had the record for the longest development time of any game until, of course, Duke Nukem Forever happened. I didn't even know it had that, but they brought in Kawazu, of all people, go figure, to help guide and finish it up, which is just what a fucking bizarre. I'm very much curious to hop into 12 for the first time in probably like 10 to 15, probably 15 years, honestly. And see how I appreciate it, knowing where the series went afterwards, and now that I've played 11 extensively. Yeah, what brings you here, Count Monte Fisto? Carried your feet to these parts? Actually, never mind that question. No need to answer. Count Monte Fisto, I once told you that the brighter future was born from hands, hopes, and dreams of the children of Altana. I am limited in the manner of aid I can lend you in this dark hour. Not fully at liberty to assist. The responsibility to save the world from peril ultimately falls upon the champions of Dawn. Tell me true, Count Monte Fisto. You do believe that your future is not an illusion, not a figment of your imagination. I'm plagued with doubts now, all my heart, I believe. Rappa the Rappa style, baby. Yeah, it touches my heart to see how much you've matured since our first meeting. How dependable you've grown. Bearing the burdensome weight of the future, you're now attempting to soar, take to the skies. You can see it, can you? Visible to your eyes? The glow of light before you, Count Monte Fisto, is a junction of eventualities. The place where the memory of you and Lil Set was born, came to be. It would seem we have no further need of this little one. It has served its purpose admirably. From here onwards, I leave matters to the champions of Dawn in your capable hands. You must retrace your steps and gather all the Dawn drops. That sounds like it's gonna suck, honestly. In seeking them, you will find the paths that converge upon the brighter future, the reality in which you believe. And then you will attain the power needed to reach your destination, fulfill your mission. Yeah, it is gonna suck. Yeah, it's you gotta start to tell as soon as they give you. This is, I don't even have to look on BG Wiki at the next mission. They just explained. I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound good. That sounds like walking to a lot of different places. Yep, all right, that's exactly what it looks like. Wow, that's a lot. All right. Where to first? I guess there's one in Sandoria. We can get the Sandoria one first. Because we're like here. There's the throne room one. And one Salt Keep. Zarsabard. Budicine. Alright, well, Budicine, Zarsabard, and throne room are probably all gonna be back to back to back. But, yeah, alright. Maybe not that bad. We'll just, have to warp or find a way, the fastest way to Jungner and Laval. And then do all those, like, Northern Territory ones. In fact, you would think they would have listed Sandoria right under Ronfair. I mean, you're like right there already. Alright, so where the fuck is this one? Near the Lion Springs Tavern, so that would be this way? I'm gonna have bean soup tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't eat a whole lot. I had, there's a work party, so I did my last, work party attendance, but you know, the fucking head CO dude made a bunch of fucking brisket. Fucking real good shit though. And so for a to-go box, I grabbed a bunch of brisket and some mac and cheese. So it was a bad breakfast. I mean, it was good breakfast, but in terms of health-wise, holy shit. But it was delicious. Then after all the shit today, then I like stopped and grabbed like a fucking is it a acai bowl or a kai bowl, or how the fuck do you pronounce that shit? I grabbed one as well as like a protein shake, and then I did all the paperwork, and I'm like, fuck, it's getting late, and I wanted to level up Scholar, and I hopped on here, so I'm not really hungry, so I mean, I guess that's good. I feel like it's a net neutral, honestly, considering how highly calorie dense my breakfast was, and then now, so I don't know. Maybe it was a Yeah, just a net neutral day. I don't really think I and also with the gym. Yeah, I'm actually probably on a calorie deficit for the day, which might be good. That might be wishful thinking. That was a lot. Mac and cheese and brisket. Fuck, that was good though. Holy shit. Why do the devs do this, Reila? That is a huge fuck you. And you would have to, like, go all, like, you know, we have a guy. They would have to, like, really spread out all over the fucking world. Be like, where the fuck? Where were those glowing lights? Shit. Everyone spread out. Report when you find one. We'll let everyone in the forum know. Because Square Enix hates FF11 players, clearly. Like, we gotta make sure they're working on that expansion for the next 3 years until the next expansion. I guess in this case, what would have been like 5? Oh, well, No, I think after this one, there's like 3 years, and there's the add-on bullshit, which, you know, okay, fair. They do hate their players. Because I think Seekers was like, what, like 2013? That would have been around the same time that Final Fantasy 14 was launching, which is crazy. That is actually pretty fucking crazy. I wonder if they made Seekers as a response to how bad FF14 1.0 was. And they're like, all right, here, please donate us. It might have been a little bit earlier, though. Which, once again, is kind of weird. It's like, hey, here's an expansion for 11 and another MMO entirely. Like, what are you guys really doing here? I think Seekers came before FF14. Yeah, I'm kind of like trying to match the timeline. It might have been 2012 or early 2013 or some shit. Let's see. All right. I guess there's a survival guide we could use to warp. Let's see, FF14 meant to be a sequel after all. They even planned to port to the PS3, but even high-end gaming PC had a hard time running it. FF14 1.0. Yeah, so was there any like working FF14 1.0 on PS3, or did they just release that to PC? No, okay, so it was just PC release. Crazy. And then, you know, obviously console for PS4. And also on Xbox, yeah, like every time I boot up the Xbox, I see like, oh, Final Fantasy 14's there. Maybe I could play on console for when I'm doing like solo leveling or some shit. That might be kind of actually interesting. That might actually be interesting to do. Yeah, because if you already own it, right, can I just like download the fucking thing and just log into my account, or would they make me like buy the standalone copy? And be like, oh, well, with this, now you can play with your account. I'd have to buy the console version and the expansions too. That is... I mean, I'm sure you'll agree with me. That is fucking gay. Holy shit. I don't think there's a company I love and hate more than Square Enix. I really do. They can be some real fucking, do some scummy shit. I swear, how many times will they play that dang dance routine in this game? Well, yeah, they keep making us go back to relive the memories as part of the expansion. I don't know why. They fucking love it, though, Pickle. It's pretty gay that you have to buy the expansions again. The initial copy, I can understand, but that's like 50 bucks. That is fucked. Ah, fuck, man. Because also, you're paying for the subscription, too. Just let me download it. Like, I'm giving you the money. Like, holy shit. Like they can see in my account that I have tied it to a Steam account that's bought it. I mean, that's fucked up. It's like really fucking warped. At least they do give you 30 free days if you do, and if you had a previous console release, you can freely upgrade it to the new system. That's neat. I feel like they should do something different there. I mean, but they're not. Because they're like, oh, we need the money. Do you think there's going to be another Final Fantasy 14 expansion? And if so, what are your hopes that's going to be better than, was it Dawn Trail? The PS3 users get a free upgrade to PS4 and PS5. Got it. Interesting. Well, that's good at least. They're already working on a new expansion. What are your hopes for it being good or bad or at least better than Dawn Trail? Because I feel like they probably take criticism to heart. Although it's Square Enix, so sometimes they overcorrect and be really, really retarded. But then again, recently they did do that questionnaire that they sent out and collected, so I don't know. Did say story-wise to bring the focus back on your character. Yeah, because what happened with Dawn Trail, they had the story focus on, like, a woke cat girl that was really, really obnoxious and, like, very millennial-y. And seemed like a stand-in for some, like, translator bitch or something. Let's see, I had that with Bethesda. They made Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3, Skyrim, yet Starfield. Yeah! No, that's, I mean, we've had this conversation on the stream before where AAA game devs, they just have death by success. They do good stuff, and then they become very, very corporate, and they all have to approve on a board, and you can't have creative art alongside a bunch of fucking, like, business money motherfuckers. Let's see, Pucci, yeah, the translator butchered that character. Japanese, German, and French translations are better. It's wild. Corporate thinking is a slow bleed. Yeah, I mean, you can't have art. You can't have art and also be, like, hyper-focused on money, and all these motherfuckers are like, no, we need to increase profits, increase profits, increase profits. Have more of a fucking audience, grow the audience. It's like, dude, you're gonna lose your old audience. If you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one. Nepo hires. The current expansion's almost over. You should see a new one in fall or winter. Alright, interesting. It might be the new one when we start then. Are we doing a Youngner Forest? Or are we doing East Ron Fair and then walking into, I'm trying to read. It says, yeah, the fastest way is to East Ron Fair, right? Yeah. And then we might want to go back to the book to then warp to Youngner Forest to get into Laval 1. All right. Well, I'll wait for you to zone in before, because I'm scared. I'm afraid. So many companies fall into that trap. I feel like it's more common nowadays, though. I don't know, like, because everything's... We've witnessed the enshittification in the last 10 years of everything. It's crazy. There's got to be a shakeup. Because, I mean, if you've noticed with indie games... Oh, wait. I didn't know we had a mount. If you look at indie games, I mean, there's still money to be made in gaming, and there, you can see how, like, it works. You can see what works and what doesn't, and what people want and what people don't want. So eventually the money people, like, the businesses have to be like, all right, money people, if you can help us make money, cool, but we can't do it at the expense of, like, selling our soul and fucking up our product and then losing, like, millions. Okay, speaking of which, I have to show you something Square's trying to do with Final Fantasy 14 merch. You'll get a kick out of it. Well, I know I posted about them selling the, what, they're like, oh, put in your name and you can win a signed copy of the script for Final Fantasy 16. And I'm just like, imagining it's a shipping container being dropped onto your fucking lawn. Here you go, jackass. Thanks for the Final Fantasy 11 sub. Yeah, I can't stand translators that butcher stuff to shove in their own agendas. Crunchyroll had one that made a translation where a character called himself and shut. Well, I've said this before. There's like, because you know, I like shit like working designs translations. Now, how they butcher the curving of the game, of the difficulty, I can't stand. But you know, I don't mind like even the old like 90s dubs where they would throw in some pop culture shit. Like I really don't mind that. Taking some liberties with it. Translation. It's when you take it way too far, or it's gonna like shitty shit that like it's gonna age immediately, or it's only like it's a subculture that only the translators are part of, which they're too autistic and in an echo chamber to realize that like no one else is gonna understand what the fuck you're talking about. Or they try to do some political shit. Any combination of that, that's where you need a Tartar Wrangler, is my point. But when everyone in the translation company is retarded and all in the same echo chamber and all have the same political leanings, yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna suck. They're gonna fuck up. Let's see, Final Fantasy XIV, they're working on something where you send them a screenshot of your character and they make a figure of your character for you? Alright, that's kind of neat. That's not bad. I wonder how much that fucking costs, though. I guess you could probably just 3D print the fucking thing, but still. That did we just pass? I feel like we just passed a little light bulb. It's on my screen. I'm not sure if that's the one though. Loading. But yeah, and I guess look at the map and see if it would make more sense to go back to the book for the next one, for Laval, or just to walk to the exit of Younger Forest into it. I'm not sure. Motherfuckers shouldn't put in their own damn opinions into a translation. Yeah, with the political shit, there's no excuse. That's not what translating is. It's making up shit. Translating is, let's say, we grab the Dutch word chaos, translated to cheese. Well, to a certain extent, like there is some things where it's like they make like, let's say in the original Japanese, right? They make like a certain like joke that's a cultural reference that the Japanese would get, but no one else would get. But you need to have like the animation is showing like a joke and then the joke landing amongst the cast, right? Well, you have to put something in there. Well, let's substitute one cultural thing from theirs and just put in a cultural thing for ours to fit the translation. That's where kind of like the term localization comes from. Not just, you know, translating, but you're trying to make a local version of it. But you need to have self-awareness and common sense and skill and finesse to do that. But a lot of these motherfuckers don't. A lot of the OGs from the 80s and 90s and even early 2000s, they had that. But now the fucking industry is just this cesspool. My god. Then you have the infamous word puns. Yeah, exactly, that are difficult to translate. Rumiko Takahashi was infamous for those. Yeah, and you usually see those a lot, and sometimes the translators do a really good job. I remember one, I mean, this is gonna sound fucking retarded, but one, like, from Pokemon, right, is like, I think it's like an early episode. Missy is talking how she hates bugs and doesn't want to see any, like, Caterpies or Weedles. And then it cuts to Ash in a fucking, like, cow costume. Is like, you know, like, oh, you're afraid of Ushi, which is cow, instead of Mushi, which is bug. And then he's like, you know, Ash, shut the fuck up, right? But then, for, you know, obviously that, you know, word pun doesn't work, so, you know, it cuts to, in the American version, it cuts to Ash being like, what if you see a Caterpie instead of a Caterpie? It's like, alright, that was a tough one, and you fucking, that's a graceful enough landing, good job. But I guess that goes back to my point, is it needs some finesse, but a lot of these fucking assholes, these, like, echo chamber living leftist West Coast douchebags do not have that common sense or that skill, and also they're all Nepo babies. Go to East Ron Fair, warp to the book there. Yeah. Let's see. These hot dogs are delicious. Part translating which so that keeps sense. Exactly. What you want to do is avoid the political shit. Avoid the political shit. And you also have the common sense to be like, hey, you can put in a cultural reference, right? But like, it can't be like this thing that only you get, like only you, crazy left-wing weirdo in Seattle who spends all day on Reddit would get, but everyone else would either roll their eyes or not know what the fuck they're talking about. Which, that's the fucking issue. Finesse requires restraint, and leftists are not known for that. Exactly. A good way of looking at it is at the end of Final Fantasy X. Let's see, millennial writing, exactly. No, exactly, millennial writing, 1000%. A good way of looking at it is at the end of Final Fantasy X. In English, Yuna tells Titus, I love you. In Japanese, she says, thank you. Titus reacting to the English version would make more sense in our eyes than if Yuna just said, thanks, homeboy. Yeah, because the Japanese are very, just indirect. They're very indirect with that shit. So they kind of, like, read in between the lines more. Which you could be like, oh, they're more sensitive to shit. No, it's kind of annoying, actually. You had to constantly be like, what do they mean by this? I mean, I got restraint gaseous, but how much Reddit gold do you have? 0, because fuck Reddit. There you go, that's the difference. I'm so mad at, like, whenever I, like, click on some motherfucker commenting on shit on Steam, and then I see that they're a part of, like, Reddit groups. I think I was saying that, like, the Reddit group, and then the guy, like, was also a part of Hentai. Like, the Hentai Steam group. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, my God, these are the people that talk shit on you online and try to start arguments. It's like, alright, let me just ignore them. Redditor opinion discarded, exactly. To double the problem, when they do rewrite it, a la the I'm Such a Chud anime, mixes in Zoomerisms, exactly, millennial writing shit. Which would be appropriate to localize young people speak with decade out of date millennials. Well, that's the thing is like, oh shit, Reila. Back in the day, we had more of a shared culture, so it was more easy to do that. Now we don't, and like the generational divide is like huge. So you get really like stupid shit like 6-7, and yeah, stuff like that. I can't think of another fucking example. So you can't really do that. Back then, you know, the pop culture of the youth was big enough and well-known enough that even, like, boomers would be like, oh, okay. Well, how do you do, fellow kids? I'm too old to understand 6-7. Everyone is. Totes 6-7, for real, for real. Exactly. It's like, it's... Modern youth culture is so retarded and so niche and so just temperamental. It's gonna like change in a fucking week, you know what I mean? Everything's a flash in a pan. I want to keep at least half a brain cell alive for my bodily functions. 6-7, 6-7. That's funny because it doesn't even make sense. That's what makes it funny. Am I entering Lavovul? I guess so. Like AI learning from AI. Weird repetitive distortion. It really is. It's a train going off the rails and can't be stopped. That's really what modern youth culture is. It'd be interesting to see where it fucking ends up. Should I ride my shit, Reila, or should we open this gate first? Ride your shit. Alright. So you'll open the gate. Okay, it says I can't do it. What the fuck? It's lame. What about over here? Can I ride now? No? Alright. Well, fuck me then. Is this count as a dungeon? I mean, I guess with the music, I guess so. Yeah, because this is where there's the war scene, right? Yeah, I guess so, huh? Yeah, this is where we witnessed the fucking Dusk Maidens, or what the fuck they're called, Spite Wardens, kicking the shit out of the Elvan army. Not that that's that hard to kick the shit out of the Elvan army. They are French, after all. Oh, you motherfucker! Get fisted, son. Wow, you really put me to sleep, huh? You really put me to sleep, huh? For fucking 40 seconds. Oh god. Thank you. that's so like enraging. Just being put in gay baby jail. It hurts extra in an MMO. Let's see, shit's a fever dream. Actually, I gotta make sure I pass that. You can cure sleep with a healing spell. Okay, that's actually very beneficial. Let's see, shit's a fever dream. I swear I now understand how our parents looked at us. What did we learn? Kids are fucking retarded. I mean, I know every generation says it. That's like, oh, we weren't like these kids nowadays. But I really think like this next generation is fucked. But I don't know, maybe they're better off than the Zoomers and Millennials. I mean, it did get pretty bad. Hopefully it gets better. I don't know, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. Keep on, keep it on, boys. You break those wooden beams. Wow, is this why they're losing? For the record, this is why they're losing the war. All right, man, let's break this barn. Let's cut these wooden beams with our iron swords. Like, guys, there's an orc right here. This guy's fucking with us. Heal him because he's different. Oh, speaking of which, fucking, I just saw they got some XP. What was the ring that gave bonus points to Facility ring? Facility ring, right? And do I like recharge that? No, the Trizik ring, right? Trizik ring. And the facility ring for capacity points. I had swapped to the E-Chat ring while I was leveling up Scholar. But yeah, Scholar level 20 feels good. I'm learning more shit about magic. I like to level up 5 levels, get some new gear, and then go through the long trek of buying new magic spells, which takes a while. These guys here won't give you capacity points. I'll still throw it on. See, don't get me wrong, these kids are 100% fucked. They grow up terminally online. Literacy went down with like 30% or so, because kids can't be fucking artists to actually learn anymore. Also, the competency crisis. Oh, I didn't even realize we're right by this. Sorry, Reila, I didn't even remember. Does that surprise you? Don't say yes. No, it doesn't. I thought you were watching all the Elvan beat the shit out of those wooden beams instead of actually winning a war. Because I guess they're not really about winning a war. Not really what they're going for. Speaking of which, we get a cutscene of, or a flashback of them losing the war. Oh, I did watch the next, only one in this last week, so, you know, I've just been busy. Of the next mission of Windurst. Long neck is long. Yes, they kind of remind me of some of the, like, the lanky body types that you see in Final Fantasy IX. Of the Elvan being, like, lanky. Kind of an interesting way to take elves, right? Where they're, like, very prideful, lanky more than anything. but also more of like a warrior archetype than like a archer, mage archetype. I think it's kind of interesting. But anyway, yeah, so I watched the next in line, I think like Mission 4 or Mission 5 of Windurst and Sandoria. Sandoria, there's like, there's like some ancient faction of elves that are trying to like screw over and sabotage the Elvan because like, you know, 50 years prior, they were loyal to a different branch of the royal family. So they want to see Sandoria fall. But it's in the midst of war, and then all the Elvan would be dead, so fuck them. But then the Windurst, it's just kind of covering how there's incompetency on all sides, except Bastok, it would seem. But it is showing how the boy Mithra and the like mummy Taru, the like head war mage. It's kind of hinting that they're a bit sketchy. Now, I don't think they're going to end up being evil, but I do think they are, like, kind of sketchy and ominous. Like, they seem to... It's implying that they might be killing the Taru that are, like, fucking up the war effort. Like instead of just punishing them, they're like, yeah, we'll just kill them. Like, if there's, like, a Taru general that, like, through their own ineptitude and pride, is like, no, let me try to shine here. So they're the good guys? I think so, honestly. Yeah, man. So you should see the elves with the Elzen in Final Fantasy 14. They're nicknamed giraffes by the community. I think it's like interesting what they do though visually with those. I like them in Dragon Age in a slum. I liked with was it Majesty? Which man, I should stream that at some point. It's like a passive RTS, but I think Seth Steentalk covered it at some point. But it's kind of interesting. But the elves are absolute, like, degenerates. They promote, like, whorehouses and gambling. But they do bring, like, money to your town, and they do bring, like, better magic. But they also, like, fucking make sure your populace is poor and degenerate. It's really fucking funny. So they're Jews, essentially. It's great. You also can't play as a half-breed in Final Fantasy 14. This is proof that Square Enix opposes race mixing, despite of how beautiful it is. Didn't in, like, a Dungeons and Dragons, they do a whole bunch of fucked up shit with, like, half-breeds because they wanted to appease the, SJWs and the woke, and they're like, oh, and also the orcs aren't totally evil, even if they worship the, D&D equivalent of Satan, they're just misunderstood. You know, all religion is okay. And also the head main bad guy is really, really bad because he's racist. That's his primary negative attribute. I feel like they've been doing shit like that. I remember my old boss, old help desk manager, would used to, like, just vent to me when we were talking RPGs and shit. It's like the Eldar before Slaanesh was born in 40k. I need to dive more into 40k. The closest thing Warhammer I've done was like Warhammer Total War, which is fun. I learned a lot about the dwarves in that. Now they're complete fucking psychos. Bodacine Glacier. Dude, 40k is peak autism. Yeah, I need to get a couple of the games on Steam to try to, like, you know, ease my way into the lore of that. God, my to-play game list is fucking depressing. It really is. It really fucking is. Warhammer 40k. Because, like, I really gotta, like, prioritize the shit that I really, 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 really want to play. But then there's also shit that I just really want to play. So unfortunately, the shit that I just really want to play... Wait, can you just fucking mount, please, motherfucker? There we are. So yeah, some of the shit I just really want to play, I have to, like, put a back seat on, even though I do really want to play it. It's just, there's shit I want to play even more, and that's fucked up. I really wish there was the, the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z. I like to hope some of you guys, that even if you don't watch Dragon Ball Z or read Dragon Ball Z, you're aware of what the hyperbolic time chamber is. It's one of the coolest concepts of anything ever in all media. Where it's essentially like a room, right? Where the room has like this completely fucked environment. And it's just like pure white and nothing in every direction. And then you just have like a bed, an infinite supply of like really basic food that just fills you but doesn't taste good. But so it's essentially like a training room, right? Like a giant training dimension. But when you go in there, as the day passes outside of the room, an entire year passes inside of the room. But yeah, so pretty much that's used anytime they're like, fuck, they need to become really strong really fast. And they're like, alright, let's send them in the hyperbolic time chamber. The red makes it faster. Oh wait, shit, what was it? I wish I could win the lottery, then I could fund the V Mansion. I need to look at the V Mansion. Yeah, I never fucked around too much on V, in all honesty. The couple times I went on V, it's usually pretty, autistic motherfuckers. Although, I will say, before I played 15, like, long before I played 15, this might have been, like, 2018 or some shit, I made a thread on V, because I was curious as to, like, after the dust settled, what people thought of 15 and 13, because I'm like, hey, do people think this is, like, the worst game in the series, or how does it stack up to 13? Did you know, like 13 more, hate 13 more? How would you compare to the two? And like the that thread that I made, like it hit reply max limit, so it hit what, like 500 replies. It felt good. I was like, holy shit, goddamn! I was just asking a fucking question. These all these motherfuckers went off, like, you know, 20 different like sub conversations in it, but it was very illuminating. Seeing the people that would defend, you know, one game, defend the other, say both were shit, say, yeah, I actually didn't mind both. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Once again, my view on 13 is known. It is rough. Which, speaking of which, I am still working on that on the side. I'm like through the main shit show of Pulse. Like after the big field, kind of going through there the first time. So I'm done like, what, like maybe like 15 to 20 of the little hunts, which do add some. Like when I initially played it, I only did like maybe like 5 hunts before realizing, oh, this is just battles over and over and over again. Fuck that. And then just, you know, trying to face tank the rest of the game, even if I was under-leveled and having a miserable time of it. Aside from becoming appropriate level, by doing some of the side quests, you know, the hunts, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where you talk to the goddamn crystal and you get in a fucking fight on the other side of the field. That's what it is. But by doing those, aside from becoming more appropriately leveled, you do spawn chocobos throughout Pulse and the field. You do spawn cactuar throughout the field. You do get little cutscenes with bosses that you, like mini bosses essentially, that you run into. And it adds a slight amount of lore. I still highly resent the, like, oh, that's when the game gets good. I'll say that's when the game sucks less. But I will say it does, you know, make the game better, but I would never say good. But, I don't know. So it's kind of interesting actually seeing some of that shit. It really was just the devs being like, how do we have the hunts from 12 and 13? How can we add that? And then it's like, well, we can have them talk to a crystal and then go to a map marker. It's like, alright, I guess that's the most we can do. Are we gonna add towns to this game? No. How will they buy stuff? Save points. Alright. The game gets good when I press the escape key. Unless the game gets good after less than 5 hours, it's not worth it. 1,000%. And even then, once again, the game gets good, I still do the air quotes. The game gets less bad. And I will absolutely, you know, agree with that it gets less bad, and some of it's... Hey, of Final Fantasy 13, I will say, once you spawn the chocobos and you're, like, riding around, like, finding, like, Chocobo treasure while walking to the next fight. That is the most fun, in air quotes, I've had with Final Fantasy 13, but it's like way too little, way too late. Shit, I knew that on. I'm like wearing Trezek ring. There we go. But anyway, fuck, what was I saying before, though? Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, though, seeing, like, that, like, Sakaguchi was like, hey, for 12, head of Evilise Games and Tactics, and then some of the members of the Final Fantasy 11 team, they'll fucking make the next one. And it's like, okay, yeah, that... the fact that that's the only direction it got, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I'm really hoping that when I, revisit that game, I enjoy it a lot more. I feel like I will. But the question is, how much more? But it is also weird whenever, like, I'm watching a video on 12 and they're like, yeah, and this is the first game where you can actually, like, move the camera around and, you can, like, you don't go into a battle, but you just, you know, find enemies on the field and start fighting them. And I'm like, asshole. There's a game between 10 and 12. Guess what it was called? Take a wild fucking guess. I know, it's weird, like, I don't know, man. If you're, like, making a full video on it, you can just... Even if you didn't play 11, you can still do a little research and watch some cutscenes and be like, alright, well, it improved on it? You might be able to say that. It continued with some of the changes 11 made. People ignore the MMOs, it's crazy. Yeah, but, like, they're so extreme about it. But I still say that even if you're not into MMOs, let's say you're making like a series on Final Fantasy, you're enough of a fan where you're making a video on the entire series, right? And you look at MMOs and you don't want to do the subscription. I understand that. I get it. And you don't really do multiplayer games that much. Once again, I understand that. I get it. I'm kind of in the same boat. I do some multiplayer games. I do, you know, but I do find unsavory the idea of a subscription. But both games, for either a discount for 11 or just for free for 14, you can play for a month for free. And for, you know, 11, you buy the game for 10 bucks and you get that first month. You can do a lot of game time in a month, and then you can put in, like, I don't know, like 20 to 40 hours, and then at least you can say, hey, I've played 11. I get an idea for how the game is played, and now I can put in a, I don't know, it's like a little blurb. Final Fantasy 14's free trial is very, very, very generous. Yes. And it's, yeah. I don't know. Like if you're gonna make a video on the entire franchise, like, at least fucking pick up 11 for 10 bucks. Put in your time for, you know, a month. And then you can drop it, and then be like, yeah, so I got a feel for it. And trust me, in a month, you can get a feel for Final Fantasy 11. Will you know, like, all of the depth and the, like, fine points of 11? No, but you'll get the general idea, I promise you. Game doesn't change that much in the following, 400 hours. You do learn a lot more, and you experience a lot more, and you get a lot more story, because that base game, the story is almost non-existent. The base game really is like, hey, here's the general lore and setting of the game, and that's pretty much all you get. The story doesn't really start until the last couple cutscenes of the main quest of the base game. Until then, you just learn, okay, so the Tartaru are douchebags, the Elvan are retarded, and the Humes are based. And then the Galkas are, we was slaves and shit, motherfucker. That's probably why they wait until Rise of the Xylard before shipping Final Fantasy XI worldwide. Yeah, I thought it was, like, that might have been what it was, like, just making sure it was more polished, because it was only a year. It was only a year release, but I know that they really, really, really wanted Japanese and English speakers to start at the same time. But yeah, I'm not sure why they couldn't. Maybe this translation was taking too long, or trying to figure out the logistics. I don't know. But it could have been that they were just waiting for the Rise of Xylarch to add shit. Because to my understanding, I don't think even chocobos were in the base game. I think chocobos were added, and like mounts were added in Xylarch. Probably the logistics. Oh, and the only reason I know that is because in my my little like music video thing, soundtrack video for Final Fantasy 11, the chocobo theme is in the Xylarch expansion. I'm not entirely sure if mounts were in the base game. Because servers can shit the bed. Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker expansion release date was proof of that. Gotcha, that probably was what it was then. Alright, so that's Zarsabard. Or no, we're in Budasine, right? Are we in Budasine or Zarsabard? Where the fuck are we? No, we got the Zarsabard. Did we get the Budasine already? Did I like zone out for that, or did we not get that one yet? It took hours to get in. It was so bad they had to stop selling the game. We were there. All right, so we were there and I did get it. Good. Always double check. Yeah, okay, so I got Zarsabard, Budasine, Laval. Yeah, so I think now that's just the throne room, right? And then the Walk of Echoes. You don't have any memory problems at all, bro. It's crazy. You know this. You really know this, bro. Oh, man. Here's the thing is, I can like memorize shit really good. It's how I'm like good at like tests and shit, and I have like competency at work, and I'm like really good at like learning and mastering fucking processes, and I'm good at like you know, thinking on my feet if like something's going off, and like remembering when shit works or not. The acceptance stage. But yeah, but when it comes to shit like, fuck, where did I put my keys? Fuck, where did I put my coffee? Fuck, where did I put my sunglasses? Fuck, did I do laundry? Fuck, did I turn off the oven? Fuck, did I leave the door unlocked? That's, dude, I can't remember anything, bro. And it'll be shit that I just did. It's why, like, when you watch me play a JRPG, you'll see me, like, save 8 times in a row. Because if I don't do that, I forget that I did it. Like, it's really fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. The energy to accomplish anything, the memory and focus to accomplish nothing, dude. It's wretched, dude. I wish I had the power. Nintendo power, motherfucker. I was laughing at that. I was really struggling to remember what AVGN that was. Where was the what the fuck? What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? He's like, he's getting pushed back further and further and further into the corner. Like, it's such a fucking funny visual bit. No, come here, sweetheart. See, I'm jangling the keys. There you are. Ah, man. All right, so what are we doing now? Throne room. I guess we just go. Yeah, I mean, we have a teleport there, right? Right there. One should be easy. And the Walk of Echoes. Imagine this not only without a guide, but also having to walk across the entire planet. I mean, this one mission must have taken people like a fucking month to do. That's wild. I really like that. I say this every time we cross this bridge. This is a cool, like, visual. Is this it? I guess so. I wouldn't really call this the throne room. I mean, there's a walkway to the throne room, but whatever. Should show you the walkway in the Final Fantasy XIV crossover. It's probably really grand and massive and fucking cool as shit. I'm really pumped. So how many of the raids should we be doing, or is there like a list of raids you just do in general for like the in between expansion bits? Is there like a list, or are they only like time based? Like, oh, you only do that raid if you're playing on this month, and it pops up. I'd say all of them if they interest you. Okay, cool. I'm fucking down. As long as it's... I'm assuming it's, like, tracked in your, like, guidebook or whatever. Once again, Final Fantasy 11. You have some light tracking that was tacked on years and years later, but it's very light. Crystal Tower raids are mandatory. Oh, man, I'm so pumped to move forward through Final Fantasy 3 more. I know some people give it shit, but it is an interesting game. You just have to, like... You can't play it like it's... you know, Final Fantasy Tactics or Final Fantasy 5 or some shit. You have to play it like it's Final Fantasy 3, which is find the jobs that work for that area, or every time you get a new set of jobs, ditch the old ones. And that's it. A lot of people try to, like, I don't know, fit the fucking square peg in the round hole. It's like, no, just play, like, Path of Least Resistance. Just play the game. Same thing with, like, Final Fantasy 2, where they just, like, oh, I have to beat myself up to get HP, or, you know, playing Final Fantasy 8, like, oh, I have to fucking get 99 of every fucking spell by siphoning or drawing, whatever. It's like, no, you really don't. Just stop yourself, please. Final Fantasy 14 is probably the best game to play after playing all the other ones. Time to book it back to Grauberg. Nice. But yeah, I'm bomb pumped to experience Final Fantasy 14. I like 11, like my time with it. But I think after I finish up and put in the full 500 hours, I'll be golden. Which is why I do kind of want to, in the meantime, at least, you know, unlock all the jobs and put in, like, you know, 10 to 20 levels in each, just to get a little taste. Just a little taste, that's all I need. I think I'll like it. Will it be your absolute favorite? Probably not, but it has a lot of faults. Yeah, I feel like I'll like it overall. It'll probably be, like, in the upper middle of my ranking, I'd imagine. It might even, you know, pop up in top 5. I don't see it taking my top 3, though, at all. Because that would be very good. That would be, like, unbelievably good. Which it might be, I don't know. Let's look. I'm guessing book. Oh yeah, but I'm also still working through the I have like this 6.5 hour video for the cutscenes of Final Fantasy 14 1.0. I'm like 30 minutes in. I'm real slowly chewing through that, like real slowly. I'm pacing myself. And then I'm also watching like a Let's Play. That might couple parts, and I'll throw it in the background while you do other shit. But it's neat. The game is very pretty. I mean, it's based off of the Final Fantasy 13 engine, which, if nothing else, it is pretty. Now, is it stable? Does it work? Probably not. But no, but in the footage of it, I do see a lot of improvements over, like, Final Fantasy 11's, like, UI and shit. So, like a lot of little things. But I do think they stuck too close to it. Because then it begs the question, why wouldn't they just play 11? Yeah. Reading the ranking list, I imagine Final Fantasy 14 will probably be above or below FF11. That's my guess. I had to take a wild guess. It'd probably be like 1 or 2 spots above 11. But I think I have Final Fantasy 3 above 11. Although that might be subject to change. Maybe when I'm playing Final Fantasy 3, I end up being like, eh. But maybe like right below or right above Final Fantasy 4 if I had to guess. Let me see real quick. Let me set myself to follow real quick. Oh. I think I'd take a wild fucking guess. Yeah, I would hope that's at least better than 15, 8, and 11. That's my like I can appreciate them, but I have a lot of issues. And 11 with the opaqueness and the clunkiness, those are issues. But 11 has a lot of real strong strengths, especially with like playing with homies, and then the vibes and the lore in the world are really fucking good with 11. I would argue, but it's like fucking operating a semi-truck. Oh yeah, it better be better than fucking 16 and 13. That's a fucking given, right? If I find it worse than that, there's some serious problems. I'd be shocked. But yeah, I'd probably say if I had to guess, it'd probably be like above, in between, or below 4 and 3 on my list of whenever I get around to it. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I end up hating it. Maybe I end up really, really, really loving it. But I'll tell you what, I am like one thing I am really pumped about is Seekers of Adalin, just because kind of like Ot Ergan. Of what I've seen of Seekers so far, I think some of my favorite shit of 11 is when you move to the distant lands of Vana'diel. Because then they can kind of do weirder shit with the culture and the tech. And yeah, I thought Ot Ergan. I thought the clothes in the town and the little, like, the magic portals, and then learning about the lore of the, puppet masters and the fucking blue mages was really fucking neat. I want to know what that pyramid spaceship thing is? Yes. Is it aliens? Are we going to alien technology? Or is that, like, some ancient Promethean? I'm assuming that's not Xylart. I mean, like, that's a safe guess. But yeah, it's fucking cool. I don't know. And I think the idea that having it be, like, it feels like a 15th century, like, Spaniard town. Like one of the islands, right? Is how the fucking castle town feels. I feel like maybe one of the areas you'd explore in, like, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I don't know, I forget the names of those fucking islands. Yeah, see, I like the idea that they, like, during times of peace, they, set up, like, a colony, and then all these wars started, and they had to just, like, alright, we they're kind of like a Dark Ages where they couldn't talk to him, then, like, 100 years later, they can get contact again. Meanwhile, the people back in the colony are like, yeah, we're having a hell of a time. We just it's lost contact with the other colony, but hey, we're surviving and thriving. But the wilds are definitely fucked up over here. I know, it's neat conceptually. Yeah, that's definitely my surviving and thriving, sucking and fucking. 18 naked cowboys. Is anyone surprised, by the way, that the 18 naked cowboys Ram Ranch Man was a pedophile? Does that surprise anyone that the, like, weird old Jewish Canadian man that would make songs about gay sex all day, unironically, turned out to be it's interesting. Nah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Hey, I don't make gay music. I just enjoy my gachi moochie. That's about it. Oh, come on. It's just kind of crazy. I don't know. You get a elderly Jewish prominent gay man. It's a little already my alerts are fucking digging. Anyone who's that that obsessed with that shit is obviously in the closet about that. Man. Yeah, because he made like 100 gay songs. He made like hundreds of gay songs, all different like he literally made it his entire life. It's like, holy shit. That's one hell of a thing to do with your retirement. And also the fact that he was like, he apparently had like a million, like he like had like millions of dollars or some shit as well. I'm just saying, there's always some Epstein shit. The Gachi Muchi shit is just funny. Yeah, this is trolls and also a lot of Russians. Surprising amount of Russians in the Gachi Muchi. Speaking of gay songs, I only have about another 30 minutes of footage to sift through in the video about Empty. I'm fucking pumped for it. Once again, I'm going through my script for the eventual Final Fantasy retrospective video, but if I'm gonna be opening up the editor and fucking around with anything, one video, I'll put my all into that video. I got a lot of neat ideas. Get some mounts. Oh fuck! Let's fucking wave. Let's wave to this motherfucker. What up, homie? He's gonna be like, no English, no English. You give me you give me bad direction. No, I give you wrong directions. You want your chopsticks back? I like to think everyone we meet is Jackie Chan in this game. Yeah, this place is cool. The visual element of this area is fucking cool as shit. I really do enjoy this place. It's cool. Only there's like more to do instead of just watch cutscenes and then walk through the door to watch cutscenes. It'd be cool if there's like a full little like dungeon. I mean, usually the dungeons in this game are cruel as shit, but if it's, you know, visually cool or there's just like one good one at the end, I'm for it. Once again, the crazy ass mountain buried pyramid was pretty fucking cool for Seekers. Probably what the other area's for. Yeah. Hopefully we get it. Yo, Reila, do you remember this? You remember this scene? Well, I wonder what Kate Sith is thinking about, looking at that giant gaping hole. A goatsy to end all goatsies. Something about corrupting Porsche. I just like the idea that, like, yeah, I wonder, I really do wonder, because, like, you got some more context in Ottergon, and then this one, they, like, really make you revisit a lot. I mean, granted, it's a lot about the past and memories, but I wonder if my complaints about Promathia were some general complaints they got about Promathia, so they're like, alright, if we're gonna have a really long story with, like, complex aspects to it, we're gonna have to, like, reinforce certain elements. Instead of, you know, having paternal tests of Taru Taru. And have, like, weird fucking red herrings with the Elvan guy. Oh god, what was that fucker's name? Loverance? Oh dude, Loverance. Exactly, my problem with Prometheus is they just waste your fucking time. The fucking mountain climbing up the fucking cliff edge, that fucking quest was crazy. Yeah, but with, like, Loverance, right, where, like, his whole storyline is just a red herring. It goes nowhere and fucks with you. It's like, aha, it was him the entire time. It's like, yeah, I didn't know who he was anyway. Why did someone we didn't know take the fucking identity of another guy we didn't know to covertly get into our party to then just help us, not even hurt us, and then be like, ah, it was me all along. I'm like, I don't know. All right. I can only assume it was a joke. If so, it is kind of funny. Like it is, but baffling. Fucking baffling. Because I can only assume that that's like some sort of like Japanese humor. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Alright, shit, so what are we doing now? It will combine and give you the primal glow. Examine the crystal again. Got it. Alright, sick. Oh, so we're on 51, jeez. Welcome back, Monte Fisto. Good to see you return. You don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm feeling fabulous. As only a newborn could. Fuck, so now she's illegal. Before she was legal, being an Elvan. She was like fucking like 8,000 years old. How about yourself, Monte Fisto? Are you ready for the final leg of our journey? Ready as I'll ever be. Let's go, let's do this shit. Then let us be off. Old enough to count, old enough to mount. Jesus. Jesus. Oh god, this one also looks like a fucking long one. Oh, this is like a fight? Oh shit, this is a Duggan. This next one's gonna be a fight. Alright, then we're fucking golden. We got this shit. We're gonna kick their ass. Yeah, I think she was bullshitting us about feeling ready. Monte Fisto, Kesa. For how long was I asleep? Not so long that you miss out on much. Still up to speed. Truly? Because it felt like an eternity to me. I was locked in a seemingly endless dream, you see. One where I saw myself, but in another future. I was this hot-ass fucking bitch dressed like a slut. Trying to make my parents fuck. As a child, that girl was no different from me, who I was. But the unending strife of the Crystal War forced her to walk a path far more grueling than my own. Unable to bear the grief and suffering all around her, she arrived at a decision. Do you think Odin thinks it's funny? That's like, alright, fine, you can have your fucking soldier back. It's like, alright, who else can I steal of this? I'm gonna get these three, get fucked! To restore a measure of peace back to the world, she chose to take on the burden of immortality. And changed her, irrevocably. Oh, what's good, social justice Waluigi? You still being an asshole about the bot, you motherfucker? How are you doing, though? How's your weekend? You speak of Lilith, your alternate self. Truth be told, I envied her so. Odin is just doing this because he thinks that's funny. Waits their fucking time for eternity. It's like, you think I'll waste my time for eternity? I'll waste their time for eternity. Fuck them. She's everything I'm not. Mature, charismatic, indomitable. Nice. Nice. Let's see, so just while he's just playing some OG FF7. That's fucking what's up. Need to revisit at some point. Usually revisit every like 8 years or so. But above all, possessed of absolute power. Time and again, I found myself yearning to have even a fraction of her strength, and perhaps that might have made a greater difference. Good, good. Now make them fuck. Oh, you loser. I can't believe you actually did it, Lamau. Was that Lilith watching her parents fuck? Was it Lilith in Final Fantasy 2 that tries to fuck you? Who the fuck was that? That's the Lamia queen. Yes, that was Lamia. Yeah, I get the two confused, Lilith and Lamia. Well, here we are. We are here. Just ignore her in a fucking drama. Nice. So we just examine the door, kick their asses, it seems. And then we get a long cutscene. And then we wait an in-game day. This might be the boss, though. Hey, let me check that curiosity. Yeah, bro, we're fucking far, man. Yeah, if we beat this bitch soon, then we have less than fucking what, 11 in-game hours. So this might work out pretty good. Always better than that when, like, you know, you get to, like, oh, wait one game in-game day, and it's like 1 in the morning in day. It's like, fuck. So, you finally come. Your clash with my spite wardens was a sight to behold. That a band of misfits could bring father and mother both to their knees. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't grievously disappointed. If I weren't grievously disappointed, there we are. But no matter, for there exists yet stronger pieces at my disposal. Lilith, we've come to reclaim our future. We won't allow things to go your way any further. Ever a fount of brazen statements, I see. But do you honestly believe that you can defeat me? We can triumph over you, overcome darkness. With our own hands and paws, we'll pull up your future of death and destruction by the roots. Very well. Seeing as you refuse to accept your fate with grace, I shall take it upon myself to expedite your doom. Pizza. The pleasure of destroying you I shall save for the very last. Meow? Foul servant of the goddess, you shall bear witness to the final moments of your beloved champions of dawn. She doesn't know. We've been grinding. What's that? What are those clothes you're wearing? Nothing. Are you sure it's not the 119 level? No. Listen to me, Lilith. You and I, we're one and the same. I know of your suffering, as if I were my own. In my dream, I felt the grief and pain that engulfed you. I understand the burden you willingly chose to bear, all for the sake of mankind. We're connected right to the core of our being. You know this to be true. Still your tongue. Ah, she just like psychic bitch slapped her. Behold this immortal body, these magnificent claws and majestic wings. I know, it's pretty fucking hot. Beside my transcendent existence, you are as a worm writhing upon the earth, unfit to even lie amidst my shadow. Do not presume to relate yourself to me. Your fate lies within the palm of my hand. I shall personally crush your fabricated reality from existence. I shall cast aside the shackles of your fate, false goddess, and preside over the world as its rightful ruler. Alright. Nope, not Reila. We want to examine the door. Alright, let me do... You gotta keep getting penis pumped, bro. Wow, that bitch fucking died real quick. I used 100 fists for nothing. Mere minions of a false god insist this cannot be. Bitch, you made me waste my hourly. Have we triumphed or are we victorious? Lilith? Lilith? Lilith said, please finger her ass while I watch. Second phase, dipshits. Aha, fool to the very last. Lilith said. They did some fucking, Kano shit right there. This is the thing that failed me from on high? Absurd. I refuse to suffer this humiliation. I will bow neither before God nor man. For the sake of my people, in the name of my world, all your kind, your gods, shall be given to the flames. Nice. This fucking bitch. You get to see some titty in the sausage fest. Well, not really. It's nothing but bitches here. Me and Reila were beautiful women. We're beautiful lady cat people. Fuck you. In the game world, I can be a woman. Fuck you. Respect my pussy. I like to think that if I was a woman, I'd have a lot of labia. What do you guys think? It's over, Lilith. End of the road. Read my new cookbook. It's called Eat Pussy, 100 Ways to Prepare Cat. I'm guessing the author is Chinese. We give chase, kind of Monte, just so after her. How could this be? How could I lose? No, I refuse to admit defeat. Count Monte Fisto. Bitch, I thought you were dead or something. Or is that like her internal little set? And I'm guessing Final Fantasy 14 continues this tradition of having like the end be like the 5th from the last expansion mission. Because that's been a thing for a while now. Kind of always kind of throws me off. Ah, Atomos is devouring their memories, both of theirs. Once it completely engulfs the dark future, claims it for the void, it should fall into stasis. But what will become of Lilith? Why won't it stop? Something's gravely amiss, out of place. What the fuck? No! Atomos, you mustn't eat her. Inedible. Hates if you whore. Why are you doing this? For what end? All futures stand equal, as a one-winged bird knows not the skies. A one-armed scale serves not its purpose. Naught is exempt from the absolute law. But no! Atomos chooses not. Rah! Atomos, Altana preserved, it's gone and overreached itself, overexerted. It mustn't try to devour the memories of the goddess and the dark divinity both, swallowed more than its fill. Must have had a ghost pepper or something. I have those days. But usually it's not my mouth where violent shit comes out of. All memories and time ever consumed are being set free, released to their respective worlds. The ghost pepper went up its gaping ass. The gape station? The gay station? Speaking of gaping ass. Shit, was it? Is it 18 o'clock? It's 18 o'clock. We got 6 more in-game hours. Hopefully this ends right before that fucking midnight clock hits. That would be for the best. Insufferable child. Savor this moment, gloat to your heart's content, for your will has prevailed. Tell me, Lilith, is there no way to stop Atomos and disentangle our two realities? Unless we do something, our worlds will collapse. Presume to ask the solution of me? This accursed world can be fed to the void for all I care. But this means your future will vanish as well, and everyone with it. I don't want that to happen. I want both of our realities to continue existing, side by side. I've come to realize this now. You must close the gates. The gates? You mean Atomos? But how can that be done? To end the encroachment of one reality upon the other, the gates must be sealed from both sides. From both your world and mine? Do not look to me for help. My eyes darken. My hour of departure is nigh. You must cross over to my world, the world of strife, and then seal off Atomos. Ha! Ever slow to comprehend, I see. Listen to me, child. You must assume my mantle, replace me as Lady Lilith. Me? Replace you? Yes, wear the slutty clothes, please. Heed well my words. I once again like where this is going. For this shall be the first and only boon I ask of you. Cross over to my world, end the encroachment between our realities. Upon accomplishing that, you must arise as the new Lady Lilith. And in my stead, lead mankind to a future of peace and prosperity. Seems like there's no other way. I understand, I'll do as you ask. You once said that you envy me, my strength, my maturity, my beauty. Yes. Know that I, too, envy who you are, all you possess. Your youthful innocence and optimism. Ah, please have sex with each other, please. The scores of faithful friends upon whom you can rely. There existed a time in my life when I was much like you. Now go, Lilith. Do not neglect to say your farewells. Lilith! Missed opportunity. Lilith, oh, thank the goddess you haven't taken harm. We must quit this place without delay. Put distance between it and ourselves. Wait. I can't leave with you. The gates, they must be closed. Unless somebody stops the two realities from breaching one another, there's no future for us, for anyone. What do you mean? What is your meaning? I must cross over to the world of strife and seal off Atomos from there. What'd you say? Come again? But that's not all. I want to grant Lilith, my other self, her dying wish. Monte Fisto, as I seal off Atomos from Lilith's world, I need you to do the same in ours. And then we must keep watch over it, making certain that the two realities collide no more. Patiently and resolutely, until the day Atomos turns to stone. Anything for my Lilith? Thank you, Monte Fisto. I knew I could depend on you. Now then, let's go and finish this. What we're about to do, it's the grand finale worthy of the proud name of Future Fabulous, don't you think? Monte Fisto, I want you to have this to remember me by. Can I get experience boost from it? She crosses over and immediately gets graped by Ninja Turtles. Is there no good future? Damn you, Donnie! Why are you a rapist? Come what may, I won't ever forget you. In every timeline, Donatello is a rapist. So promise me, you won't ever forgive me either. Countless journeys we embarked on, the battles we fought, the insurmountable odds we overcame. Every single moment we spent together, even the mundane, I will treasure for all my days. Space and time may separate us, but you'll always be part of me. Well, this is it. Best be off. Pizza, Monte Fisto, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. Till we meet again. Only she wasn't wearing shorts under that skirt. Lilith. But then her tampon would be showing. Gross. Has Atomos stopped? Should Lilith succeed in closing the gateway, Atomos will gradually revert into a petrified state, fall into a deep slumber. The process may take years, perhaps decades. Ew, I love how they add that line, just so it's like, yeah, it makes sense for you to go back in-game. But the disorder of time will eventually become dormant. Distort time no more. A vampire's teabag. Monte Fisto, I fear the hour of our parting too has come. Time to say goodbye. My mission here is accomplished, the purpose of my existence fulfilled. The goddess needs no longer weep, no further call for sorrow. As such, I must make like a tear and dry up, disappear. Thank you, Monte Fisto. It's been swell fighting alongside you. Had myself a gay old time. Hey! Take good care of your future, you hear? Watch over it in Altana's name. That should have been the name of the expansion. Final Fantasy 11, a gay old town. Look, guys, you have to be mature. Hey, shit, we finished up right before the fucking thing, right? And what is this? Phantom Gem 8T high tier mission battlefields. Phantom Gem. Do you buy a chance to fight a motherfucker? Final Fantasy 11, pray the gay away, but that is what we do. Do that a lot. You gotta pray the gay away. Of course, gay conversion therapy is no match for Megadeth music. Basically a harder boss fight, you get gear from that. Got it. So it's probably not worth it, right? Click on it. Once again, we have time. Yeah, the 10 merit points is kind of fucking horrifying. The Trivian, temporary items. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. Well, let's take a look at what the shit is. What was it? We got an earring? I'll do it. I need the gear. Oh, do you need the gear? What, like, is it that good? Is the gear good? Let me know. I mean, I can do it with you at some point if you want. If we're trying to kill time. Oh, it's purple mage? Got it. What is it, what class is it for? Is it for red mage? Do them all on your own time? Gotcha. Let me see. What the fuck ring did we just get? Didn't we just get a ring? Was it the ethereal ring? Is that what it was? Level 72, all jobs, converts 3% of damage taken to MP. That could be interesting. I mean, I guess when it comes to earrings, a lot of them aren't that great, but yeah, I guess that could be good. If you're a level 72 mage specifically, or as a secondary have that. Let me put that in my house real quick. That's something you got in chains? Oh. How long has that been in my inventory? Reila. And why are all my, why is all my shit full? Reila. Wait, mod sack, maybe? Wait, I can put it in my mod sack. Had it equipped for a while. I don't remember. So, wait, what did we just get for that, mission? Didn't we just get some, or was that a key item? Is that not like a piece of equipment we actually wear? Key item? Oh, that's so lame. That's so gay. What the fuck is Witchfire Glen? Also, what's the next thing? Because it is almost, midnight in the game. Where it all began. Lion Springs Tavern. Got it. I guess that's where we're gonna go and hang out. This guy is still just fucking hanging. Speaking of this guy's name, Naboria Blue Sky. Makes me think of Blue Sky. And every time, like, dude, isn't it amazing how, like, many people that are absolute cunts have Blue Sky accounts? Like, anytime I'm, like, watching a video or, like, reading an article or anything, and it's like, and then check out my Blue Sky. I'm like, oh. Oh. Wings of the Goddess. Almost finished that one. Was I just, like, autistically waving at him, like, 20 times in a row? Don't even go there. It's crazy. If that's the thing is, like, as soon as you mention you have a Blue Sky, right? All you're saying is, like, I am addicted to Twitter, but Twitter isn't toxic enough for me. Which is fucking wild. Like, or I got booted off Twitter for being too toxic, or it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's like, it's insane. Like, holy shit, it's like, stop. Step away from the social media, please. There's a beautiful world to live. Oh wait, there's another guy too. I wonder if all these guys are doing Wings of the Goddess. Okay, every now and then you'll, like, find someone who's just, like, talkative and chill. But, yeah, a lot of the time I'll be like, yo, what's up, man? They're like, no English. No, no English bad, no. I'm like, all right, fine, it's okay, it's fine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel weird. Typical American, thinking everyone else is an American. It's like, well, I said I'm sorry, bro. Chill, fuck. But yes, everyone should be American. It'd be a more beautiful world. Then we could just bomb empty countries. Wouldn't that be cool? We gotta hit something. All right, let's see. Yeah, that was perfect timing for that end cutscene to end. I mean, not perfect, but as close as you can get. Much better than when you like finish up a fucking fight. It's like, all right, wait one in-game day, and it's like fucking 1 in the morning in game. It's more fun if people are there, though. Yeah, indeed. Oh, man. Alande, that's a fucking great black man name. I like to think this is like the blackest Elvan in the hood. Although there's that chick, it's so hard. I keep thinking like Elvan chicks are women, women are chicks. If I was an Elvan culture, I'd, you know. Yeah, let's not finish that thought. Let's see. Yeah, just recently saw a serious Gatlight figure donning a fire red mantle. Yeah, like I was sharing that in the Discord, by the way, that day. Where I was like, yeah, man, that chick's hot. And it's like, it's revealed it's a fucking Elvan male. I was sharing the fucking, what the clip on, you know, where the guy's like at an anime convention, like, ooh, girl, you cute. Who you supposed to be? It's like, thanks. It's just like a fucking guy. He's like, oh, shit, man, I'm gonna kill myself, fuck. Fucking funny. I think we good. I think we good to hop in here, bro. Unless you type it. You typing, Reila? You typing again? I told you to cut that shit out. The thanks, bro video. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I was sharing that. It was good memories. You already watched the cutscene? Fuck you. Ah, Captain Monte Fisto, gorgeous to lay eyes. Word of your valorous exploits at the Valadayan front has been resounding all over Thandoria. Everyone speaketh with a high praise of the crucial role you played in securing the foothold in the struggle. To think that it was I that saw your potential from the very start, my uncanny sense of perspiration never fails me, I tell you. With your invaluable service to the northern forces that were able to regroup, they're preparing the final offensive as we speak. Oh, glorious day. Is something amiss? You don't seem to be deriving any pleasure from the happy tidings. Oh shit, hey, the other guy's talking to me. He's talking to me, motherfucker. Yes, he's trying to finish this and continue Adeline. I'm also at the last NM in Rhapsodies of Vanadil. Yo, it's another dude who's at where we're at, bro. Isn't that fucking crazy? Talk to Mayakov about, why would I talk about Rage? Who gives a fuck about Rage Lee? Someone's a fucking, you know, Lilith's asshole. Lilith, that's no name this dancer hath ever heard. That's no name this dancer hath ever heard. There we are. Your truthfully partner who fought beside you throughout the war, you say? Oh, come now, Mounted Fisto. We both know you're modest to a fault. And this is doubly some ploy that can't potential away from yourself. This earth of mine hear many rumors, but they all speak of you as the lone dancing lone wolf. Oh. I bet it sounds like Michael Jackson. She hasn't been born yet? Interesting. We went further to the fast? Alright. Marvelous news! The Rachelith hath been reinstated to the royal case. Numerous persons of influence that, well, this would be an after. Oh, I guess, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I see what you mean. Influence that Persistence, I don't know what that is. Petitions to the Allied headquarters, you see, and his dimensional was subsequently overturned. Imagine he sounds like Dusty Rhodes, not fat enough. Dusty Rhodes is a funny motherfucker. What's more, it's looking like ever more likely that the Knights of Ironcrest Hawk will be reinstituted under the command. Let's see, the BCMN Cloud of Darkness, I can't pass it yet. Wait, there's a Cloud of Darkness BCMN in this game? Also, did you finish the epilogue of Frens of Gone? Wait, how do I talk? Am I able to talk mid-cutscene, Reila? How would I do that? Truth be told that the Regolith appear to have lost all recollection of his time in Valdonia. To give me pause, but seeing him back, it's space like you always do. But seeing him back otherwise, hale and hearty is more than anyone can ask for. He's spoiling shit, is he? Oh wait, how do I can't, oh fuck. Alright, well, let me just fucking talk to him after this cutscene. Now hold on to your proverbial hat, for here comes the biggest, most exhilarating news to crown them all. It pleases me to no end to tell you that a wedding date has been set. Huzzah! Who's the wedding, you ask? Why, who else but your very own dream couple, Sir Rachel and Porthia. With auspicious events taking place on both on and off the battlefield, and prevailing mood of the Allied forces has become one of optimism. It feels like forever since we've had occasion to celebrate. He even hands me the invitation, gay. It's amazing. They really know they're gay people. I get no sense about the stroke. Reading this shit is hard, Gaseous. Oh my god. This here is an official invitation with your name on it. No incurable propensity for wanderlust. They're readily entrusted it to my safekeeping. I posted Jesse Rose video in the chat though. What, the fucking hard times one? Or is there other ones? I guess there's a lot of them, huh? The ceremony will be held at the Temple of Goddess in Dueno. I shall make my way there presently. See to it that you throw up in a timely fashion. Alright, oh wait, I gotta talk to the homie. Tell. Yeah, me and my homie are playing through the entire game. We finished Treasures of Gone and are at the very end of Wings of the Goddess. There we are. Hey, look, I'm learning all the shit. We haven't been messing around too much with what BCNMs though. Putting in some serious time, but not that much serious time. Here we are. It's important to be social. But it is nice when I get a live one. But it is also cool when, you know, it's like people in the exact same spot in the game that you are. It's a little surreal. Like, wow, you're also playing Final Fantasy 11, checks watch. 25 years after the fact. Interesting. I have a friend of mine who would love to talk to you. His name is Gaseous Clay. He probably admires you and has really positive questions for you. Oh wait, let me see what's next. There we are. I might know a shortcut. Fuck yeah. Unequip. I had to unequip my weapon again, motherfucker. That's what this one's saying, right? Token of a trough, right? If I gotta fucking unequip this shit, it sucks. At least you only have one weapon to equip, that's true. But like, what the fuck could possibly do? Oh, because we're walking into a ceremony. It's like when we were going into the castle. But even then, that's so stupid. It's like, trust me, game, take my word for it. My character's not gonna, in the mandatory cutscene, bust out their weapons and start hacking people to pieces in the fucking royal mansion. Where are we going? A regular rolling berry? Yep. Well, shit, I was expecting us to do like 5 this stream and then like 5 next stream, but it looks like we're doing like 7 this stream, and I have like 2 left for the final stream next week. So yeah, we're just heads up, guys. Next week, because I'm leaving for Miami Saturday. Obviously, I can't do Final Fantasy 11, but don't get too excited, Gaseous, because we're probably gonna be doing it Friday night. But it might be a short stream. It makes you feel better. You cannot unequip a weapon in FF14. You have to have something. Yeah, because that's what determines your class, right? It's kind of interesting, honestly. I kind of like that. It's bizarre, but it makes sense. And it's kind of a fun way to swap classes. I like it. The internet is crying out for more furry fantasy streams, clearly. They absolutely are. But yeah, considering we're gonna be at the very, like, tail end of, this expansion, Rayla, when we do it next Friday, do you just want to go until we, complete 100% this one? Unless there's some, like, bullshit fight Odin 10,000 times. Like, I really hope that's not the case. It would be funny, though, if it was. Like, oh, you have to save past Portia and, fucking Rage Release. It's like, why? In this timeline, they're fine. Nope, you gotta do it. Gotta save them in every timeline. To not only fight Odin 10 times, but 10 times for every timeline. Have fun. What do I get as a reward? Nothing! You get nothing! You're so stupid! Man, I had to revisit UHF. It's been probably like 20 years. Classic, it's so fucking good. I still laugh at the supplies line. That's an underrated one. Like, Weird Al is funny, dude. He's a funny motherfucker. Oh, let's see, where are we at? So we're on Token of Troth. Yeah, holy shit, yeah, we have, like, just maybe the epilogue, but I mean, we'll probably start the epilogue this time. I don't know. I mean, we have an hour left. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, we could do, like, a super short FF11 stream next time if needed, where we just, like, I don't know, maybe grind up some extra levels, maybe do some gay shit. I don't know, it's whatever you want, really. Although I wouldn't mind getting a couple extra bear points in crazy-ass levels, because it's been a while, and I enjoy maybe one day having some faint hope of mastering Monk, even though that's clearly not going to happen. That's got to be like 1,000 hours per job class after you explain that shit to me. There's more levels after the job levels. That's fucking horrifying. Actually, like, I didn't even consider that to be a possibility, and I'm like, wait, what? I know you want to achieve my level. I mean, I kind of do a little bit. I mean, my monk has not gained a job level in a while. I want to be a little bit more monk-like. I want us to, when we get to that Rhapsody Savannah deal, to also fist them. 'Cause I was scared shitless initially of hearing how hard it is for people that try to blaze through the game without level grinding. I mean, I know that we're probably gonna be fine now, but I want to be extra, extra fucking strong. Yeah, it really is just, that's why they add the BCNMs for this game, is to give you something like that. Something to do with all that power. Some Diablo fucking game design theory, I guess. You're here to attend the wedding of Sir Ragelis and Lady Portia. The ceremony will be held at the Temple of the Goddess in Upper Jueno. You had best hurry. It's due to commence momentarily. Yeah, it's kind of trying to register that. I didn't even think like, oh yeah, she's in the other timeline. This timeline she isn't born yet, but now we're making her born. Oh, it's you. You're kind of Monte Fisto, Portia and Mr. Mayakov's good friend, right? The proceedings are about to commence. Hurry up already. So yeah, essentially what we're doing now is like locking in this good timeline. And, you know, eliminating essentially all the bad timelines. I guess it doesn't even have to eliminate the bad timelines, but as long as we can eliminate the factor of allowing the bad timelines to negate this timeline. So it's like, alright, so now we're good. Whatever happens to those timelines, we're golden. Here we're good. Even in a wedding, she dresses like a slut. I know, it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited to see. Will those in attendance kindly clear a pathway to the altar? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the joining of Sir Régelis B. Bahamut and Portia Fontaine in holy matrimony. Will the groom and the bride approach? I could imagine someone in the, yeah, she really does dress like a slut. Gotta show that thigh. I love the idea that someone in the, fucking crowd being like, what kind of heathen reception ceremony is this? You have a fucking galkin conducting the proceedings? She's absolutely stunning. Get that dirty galkin out of here. I like how even the sigh is I can't. that's very fucking good. That's good. If God can't, I can scarce wait for the day I walk down the aisle, garbed like though. He just wants to wear the dress. That's awesome. He's not gay enough. We gotta up the ante a little bit. What with the locked expression? I meant the tuxedo, silly. I'm immemorial. The goddess Aldana wept tears of benevolence upon the land. From those tears we were born. Then the goddess bade us to love one another. It is our creed and our mission, for only love can restore Vanadil to her former beauty. Today, these two before us have heard the goddess's word on their hearts. They are brave, for this is their first step in a long journey. Sir Régelis, do you take this woman as your sacred wife to love for all eternity and never betray? Even should your blade be sundered and your quiver emptied? Oh, is that euphemism for shooting blanks? On my honor, I do. Portia. Oh wait, no, fuck. If Mayakov should have been conducting the wedding, that'd be great. Portia, do you take this man to be your sacred husband, to love for all eternity and never betray, even should your blade be sundered and your quiver emptied? Eggs dried up, that's a euphemism as well. On my honor, I do. Now say unto one another the holy vows. I will be Portia's sword, I will be Portia's side, defending her from harm's edge and repelling her foes always. I will be Sir Régelis' dagger, I will be Sir Régelis' side, defending him from harm's edge and repelling his foes always. So, like the weeaboo Elvon in the front is gonna be like, Race traitor! Fuck you! By the power vested in me, I pronounce you man and wife. May the glory of fortunes of war be with you. Now go forth. Your journey lies before you. Portia, sure she's gonna cheat. Look, the best women to marry are ones with stripper names. Don't think about it. Just do it. The sex is worth it. It won't bite you in the ass later. God gave us a penis and a brain and only enough blood to operate one of them at a time. Congratulations, Régelis, you old dog. Always had to be the first in everything you did. Don't you dare make Portia cry, elsewise you shall answer to me. Like the stop. I'm so happy for the two of you. Never mind me. Sniff. I have something in mind, though. The reception will be held in Runlud's garden shortly. I will see you there, Count of Monte Cristo. Speaking from experience, so how is that chlamydia test? Pickle, there's medicine to cure chlamydia. It's not like the AIDS or herpes. I haven't gotten those yet. Fuck you. Oh wait, do I investigate it again? Alright, doing it. Count Monte Fisto. Just spank her on the ass. We're so glad you could be with us on our special day. True, but you must have loved it when they took that swab inside of your urinal tract. Well, look, your urethral sounding isn't that bad, Pickle. Fuck you. You know you love it too. If it weren't for you, Sir Ageless and I might not have made it this far. For a certainty. that's a long pause. Neither of us have a memory of what transpired in Valdeonia, nor do we know how we came to be back in Sandoria. The only link we have to that blank in our recollection is a parchment we found upon us by awakening. Upon it are scrawled simply the words, "Be sure to thank Count Monte Fisto and Little said." Oh yeah, that's what the fucking fedora tipper to the Galkin, the cool one, put in. Neat. A mystery to be sure, but it would seem the two of us owe you much and more than we can remember. Another mystery being this Little said. Is this a person you know, perchance? He gave me this earring. Pulled it right out my ass. Smell it. It's earthy. Why, this earring is identical to mine. I never imagined I'd see another. What is this grief that racks me so on the happiest day of my life? Please forgive me. I know not what brought me to tears. All of a sudden, it felt as though there was a gaping hole in my ass, as if I lost something terribly dear to me. Yeah, whatever. Just make sure you name your daughter Portia. Otherwise, the timeline's gonna be fucked. I love the Morpheus-looking Galkin. Have you ever had a dream, Maikov, you were so sure it was real? Why, if you didn't think Count Monte Fisto enjoying the festivities, I trust. That whore better name her kid after me or I'm going to be pissed. The bouquet, though, is about to take place. Shouldn't you be among the bloodthirsty horde of eligible bachelorettes vying for the honor? I'll be the weeaboo or the nerd. Or Maikov. And Maikov's like, oops, I caught it. Is there a certain Galkin that wants his Galkin penis in my ass? I only ask for a friend. Oh, my lovely beyond words. Why, it's as if the goddess herself blessed this union with her divine presence. Lilithset, an enchanting name, brimming with warmth and hope, yet somehow forlorn. Beautiful name, my love. Seems we're of a mind, my lord. I want a really autistic bitch that calls me my lord and like wears those like fucking like Renaissance bodices that make their boobs like giant and in their face. Ah, Tits Jugs Lulu. It's Jugs Lulu, the boob mage, the black mage. And neat. All right, so that was lest we forget. All right, so did we get the earring? Don't tell me how to play. For the record, I do feel for the Spoonie for that, because you know it's like sometimes when I play, you know, even like today with Final Fantasy Tactics, you do get some people like, oh, do that, do this combo, do that. And it's like, hey, well, let me figure it out. But yes, Spoonie should work on And it could have been a fucked up time in his life, to be sure. When that night, streaming that particular game. But you need to do it with a little bit of tact, alright? You need to understand that the people in chat, they're just enthusiastic. Most of the time. Cooney doesn't know how to play. He had that fat bundle of sticks, Bennett the cuck filmed the game footage for him. Well, in the Don't Tell Me How to Play clip, that was him playing like Alien something. I don't fucking know. But yes, generally speaking, if you're gonna be making, we've had this conversation, if you're spending like 100 hours making a fucking video, because, you know, writing, editing, doing takes, setting up the camera, that takes a long time. Just play the fucking game. Just like Final Fantasy X, like, alright, I get that he hated it, but it's just not that fucking bad. So what do we do? We get the, oh, we're going to Grauberg. Alright, we're gonna get the Moonshade earring. Just say I didn't remember getting a fucking item. Lest we forget. That's crazy. I'm gonna prematurely open... finding energy, bringing items to a thing, checking the door, and then getting the Kate Sith. Essentially bring back Kate Sith and then getting the trust, I guess, which is neat. So that one doesn't seem that bad. All right, good. So far, so good. And then the other one... I guess you're fighting what? Are those two? Who the fuck are they? I don't even know. Alright, cool. So it sounds like neither are gonna be the same bullshit we found in the, like, the end battles of Treasures of Ottergon. That's good. It's very good, honestly. Let's see, Final Fantasy X is great once you get past Tight Ass being a crybaby wanker. The game itself calls him a crybaby when you can cast Scan on him. So it's a deliberate choice. No, I mean, it absolutely was. I mean, that's the whole point of his character, is that he had, like, this fucking pampered youth and has fucking daddy problems, and he does fucking get over it, and it's like, fuck, man, I gotta be more mindful, not be, you know, constantly focused on me being the, you know, like me the entire time, and think about how other people feel and think and help them out and put their needs in the front of my own. It's, you know, it's fucking good. I don't know. I honestly think Tight Ass is a good character. But if you can't get past the voice acting, which I know some people can't, which I think the voice acting is honestly good, but if you can't get through that shit and you can't get around his character, then yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. But that's kind of unfortunate. Injection fully to Martyr. Team that did the Final Fantasy X dub also worked on Tenchi Muyo. Yeah, fuck it, we keep saying this. I need to watch Tenchi Muyo again. No, I was gonna say I think I had it, but I think it was on one of my old externals. I think I was mentioning it. My anime external died, which is fine enough. I know, like, what, nyaa.se or whatever the fuck, and then I have a I, you know, spend like $100 a year on VPN. Which you could be like, why? Why are you doing that? And the reason why I'm doing that, can I just, like, fucking, please? Fuck, come on, just let me mount, for the love of God. Holy shit, I'm having trouble here. There we are. I think I did it right the first time. But anyway, yeah, so I get the VPN yearly subscription, and you could be like, well, that's $100, why are you spending that? It's like, well, I use that to get infinite free entertainment instead of like a subscription for a you know, service. I just have the means to obtain a lot more shit and run my own server. But yeah, I had an external hard drive with all my anime shit on it, and like kind of sector went corrupt on it, and now it's fucked. Tried to recover it on Linux, but even Linux is like, yeah, bro, this shit's fucked. Which is fine. It's what it is. Look at that fucking dragon. What's its name? It's got a unique name. Is that Pepsi? What's his name? The fucking PSD. Yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing how like hunts went from like opaque shit that you just run into in the world map. See, that's a pretty rad mount. What, my Chocobo or his Omega? What's good, Luminoth? How you doing? Yeah, it's kind of interesting how like the notorious monsters went from just like shit you would run into and accidentally die immediately to. And then people are like, alright, I know there's a crazy fucked up enemy there. Let's go back when we're level max. The party of fucking, what, 18? But, and they actually made it like missions in 12, but then 13 they're like, rock, floating rock you talk to? And that's it. I'm fine with the hunts being a staple in Final Fantasy. I just, maybe emphasize that a little bit too much, because even in 15 I feel like it was too emphasized. And then in 16 that's like the only like real side quest aside from, you know, talking to NPCs and having them be like, oh, go here and kill a thing and come talk to me again after watching an hour cutscene. Or, hey, go to that point in the field, grab me something, come back and hand it to me, and then watch an hour cutscene. Should I slam a whole bottle of apple juice in one sitting? Fuck, man, it's your life. Go for it. As long as your stomach's cool with it, and, you know, fucking go for it. But remember, you can always save some for tomorrow if you don't finish it. Yeah, man, it's been a fucking long day. The gym was fucking crazy. I'm still... It's weird just thinking of the fucker with the sleep pants and the Crocs. It's the two things you'll see weird is the really, really young and the really, really old. Old people will also be just doing God knows what at the gym, and you just see them and you're like, did anyone ever like teach you? Did you ever like think to learn? I mean, it's, once again, it's going to the gym. That's like a really fucking good first step. I give people all the credit in the world for doing that, because there's so many people that just don't. But like, yeah, have a plan. I don't know. It seems like really basic. Like, all right, today I'm gonna do fucking chest, hit the bench press, do some squats. Then I'll do like some fucking overhead press, and then I'll hit the elliptical for a bit and head the fuck out. But other people are like, all right, I'm gonna do a handstand on the medicine ball, and then I'm gonna do a fucking backflip. And then I'm going to grab a couple of 55 plates and stack them on top of each other, jump on top of them, and then squat on top of it while I push a fucking kettlebell above my head. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then you have the gym thoughts posing for pictures. Indeed. I know there's some gyms that don't put up with that at all. They're like, look, because if you're filming yourself at the gym, you're filming other people in the background. There's always the fucking bitches in the gym that are like trying to be like, oh my god, I can't believe these people are looking at me. And then they're essentially like using them as a prop in their shitty fucking TikToks or Instagrams or whatever. Reality with reality collideth, and in the time returneth to the waltz, with the hope of life restored unto thee a single vanishing tear wished thus. May thy courage never falter, may thy heart stay ever true. I shall imbue thy moonshade earring with the power of thy choosing. Consider this a small gift to thee. Know that the vessel can only house such power as benefits its diminutive size. Think well and choose wisely, lest thou shouldest later come to regret thy decision. Yeah, I mean, I have only one option. Have the Moonshade Earring imbued. Interesting. Who the fuck is choosing HP or fucking MP plus 25? Like, that's not a lot, right? Is that like 25 total points? Or is that like just a stat that equates to something else? Because, you know, I have 2,800 HP, plus 25 isn't a whole lot. Magic accuracy, range attack, range accuracy, don't... Same people who put points into resistance. MP might make more sense, but then again, your MP bar should be less, maybe 25. Know anyone like that? I don't know anyone who puts points in resistance, Gaseous. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I'm good with accuracy. I might just do attack and accuracy, right? I feel like that would benefit me the most. HP is cool. I'm not sure how many we get, though. Lane effect, regain. Occasionally grants damage bonus based on TP plus 5%. TP bonus plus 25%. Counter plus... I guess probably counter plus 3, right? For me. Occasional increased resistance to all stats ailments by 5. Because, I mean, I get TP, like, enough, right? What is regain and refresh? I don't know what those are. I'm assuming regain is different from regen. Refresh is MP regen. Regain is TP. Got it. So I probably would just want counter because I'm a monk, and monk countering is kind of its thing. Yeah, attack plus 4, counter plus 3. Yeah, probably. I've imbued the Moonshade Earring with the power thou hast chosen. Take it, and go with the blessing of the goddess. What I got here? Evasion minus 3. Re-raise. Alright, so what do we got? So right now I have attack plus 7, conserve TP plus 3. And this one's plus 15 HP, plus attack plus 5, evasion plus 5. Which I feel like is better than my Aesir ear pendant, right? I think the ethereal earring is better than my Aesir ear pendant. You think so? It's HP 15, attack 5, evasion 5 versus attack plus 7. Conserve TP plus 3. Like, I don't really, once again, I don't really give a shit about TP because as monk, like, I punch so fast, I have TP always. I think I'm gonna swap that one. It's not a whole lot. I mean, it's just plus 4 attack, but the counter plus 3 might be interesting. I think your ethereal earring was meant for mages. With MP regen. Yeah, but I mean the 15 HP and 5 attack and 5 evasion, like I feel like that, like I don't care about the MP part, but the plus 5 evasion I feel like is pretty good. You don't think? I mean, as far as like the options I have now, I feel like those two are probably the best. But I'm not really sure what counter plus 3 means. It's like plus 3%, plus 3 damage when I counter. I don't fucking know. So shit, what do you want to you want to save the fucking epilogue and just do all the epilogue shit next time, then do a little grinding and just have like a short, like 2-hour stream. All those earrings seem to be mage focus. That's something though. I mean, like, the only other options I have is shit that adds status, which apparently if you have the elementals right, it's not just magic that gets boosted, but also the status ailments associated with those elements. You have more of a resistance to it. So these actually aren't bad. I just don't remember what status ailments are associated with what elements. That is some autism that I just do not have. I think having TP shit on you would benefit you more so you can do more damage with your weapon skills. Alright, maybe I'll do that then. Attack +7. I'd be losing my evasion +5, but this one does do counter. There's not a whole lot of shit that gives me plus counter. So I'll just do that. Alright, we'll rock those two. You want to wait for the epilogue shit for next week, we can do that. Yeah, because I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking that we can only probably get like one of them done, right? You think? In like fucking 25 minutes? Because we're right here. Alright, do you think we can do them? If you think we can get them knocked out in like 25 minutes, we can do it now. And then next week we could just like take a break on the stream and have a little bit of a cushion time between this and starting. Like it would be actually perfect timing between my move and us starting the next expansion. Start so we can get out of this area. Got it. Fucking Taru-Tarus. Not only is it a Taru-Taru, but he's like riding on a fucking like with his obnoxious balls and the shit, what was that fucking place called? The crazy ass garden? Ruan Garden. That's where we saw that shit. At Monte Fisto, it me, Sith, cannot strength. I, you, thoughts, gathering strength. Can you, me, pass, bar, jug, English. Nah, 3, reconstruct, please. Power, meet, no, ornithor, waiting. Oh, I see. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, because this one we have to grab shit. Okay, then yeah, let's keep grabbing shit. Let's grab shit so we have a fucking chill next time. I was like kind of selecting on the wrong thing. All right, then yeah, we'll do that, and then next time finish whatever we don't finish here, and have a shorter stream next time. Where I don't know if it's like under 2 hours, we'll just pad it out to 2 hours. Just grind a little bit before calling it. Bodacine, East Ron Fair, and Youngner Forest. Neat. You just let me know, crystal or book. Upper Joino is actually really fucking pretty at, you know, dusk. Book to pass Sandoria. Alright, let's see here. Oh, also, tomorrow I'm, visiting one of my homies. He's like an hour, 40 minutes away, so it's a little bit of drive, so I didn't get to see him as much as I would like over the last year or two. But, as a result, there might be a night stream tomorrow, but definitely not a morning stream. Southern Sandoria, there. But if there is a night stream tomorrow, we might just do some Final Fantasy 3. But then probably, I know there might be one stream midweek, but I'm gonna have to keep it like I got a fucking pack, you know. Which you know, it's not like I'm pressured to stream because like I don't want to let you fuckers down. It's more of like I want to stream because I want a game during stressful life moments. Like if I'm gaming, it's like, well shit, I might as well stream, you know. Although if I do need a game, I guess I could continue my everlasting journey through Final Fantasy 13. Once again, I'm into like the end third of that one. Fucking pain in the ass getting that far. Once again, when you get to Pulse, it's at the good part of the game, but that means you're getting through the bad part of the bad game. And that, ooh, that hurts. That one video that CollectedG posted where it was like some fucking chick using woman logic to explain why Final Fantasy 13 was not that bad. I was like jumping around at the one bitch. She's like, and they say they're linear, but like, all right, so you have a fucking area that's linear that offshoots to treasure. Isn't that just every other dungeon in Final Fantasy? I'm like, all right, technically yes, but not to fucking like anywhere near that degree of fuck you. Oh, they just want us to go back here again. Wow. How many times do they want us to go back to the same place? Like, oh, remember that place? Remember that cutscene? Remember where we met Katsu for the first time? It's like, yes, we've been here 20 times. Let me just kind of look here for a second. I'm generally curious. All right, yeah, so it's just really after we collect these things, it's just investigate the ornate door like 20 times and fight some shit. Yeah, let's still do a stream for those. Like after we we'll collect this shit now, but then next time we'll do this fighting. Then we can just say we just chill and grind and talk and do like a short stream Friday night. And then I won't be up that late, but we can still get some Final Fantasy 11 done. I think that'd be a comfy time. And then once I settle down, hopefully I can do the following week. I mean, once again, I'll be at my brother's place unless I fucking move in already into the new apartment. There might be a quick move-in date turnaround when I'm talking to this broker. But I don't think I'm gonna have a desk at my brother's place. I think the computer will be set up on the floor, which that'll be awkward for Final Fantasy 11. For other shit, I can just, HDMI capture and use a controller. Finish up a log and grind or continue with the Rhapsody's Van deal. Yeah, fuck, we could. I forgot about Rhapsody's Van deal. Can you just please, like, that's been doing it all night. I'm not losing my mind. I absolutely am selecting the Chocobo, but the first time it's just like, nope, not happening. Yeah, that's a good point. I completely forgot about Rhapsody's Van deal progress. We can catch up with that from whatever mini missions are for Wings of the Goddess, end of Wings of the Goddess, and like the beginning of the next expansion. You wanna know a trick? What's a trick? Doing a fucking macro of mounting? It's space, then it up. No, that just follow. That just follow, you fucking liar. And dismount. You lie. You're a liar. Or do you mean to, like, hit follow? For follow, that's fine. Not to hop on my chocobo. Got it. Okay, so I'll do that for follow moving forward. Could always macro. I could macro mount chocobo, follow Reila. I could do that. At least you didn't mix it up. Yeah. That's true, too. Oh, but, briefly back to, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, but, Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah, the remake I do think is, like, it's the best way to play the game. All of the minor, like, UI and inconvenience, lack of giving information to the player in terms of percentage or turn order or what they're about to do is properly shown to you. But yeah, it's I'm having a lot more fun. And also, the voice acting makes the game a lot more easy to follow along, and I honestly the graphical style is cool. There we are. The graphical style is really cool. Can't really describe. It's like there's like some slight dithering. Spacebar up, follow. There we go. Up, nope. I'm caught on the brook. I'm caught on the brook. I was standing on an edge. Please stop. There we are. All right, I'm just not gonna follow. I'm just gonna follow manually. Fine. It's like painful watching me like glitch out on the fucking corner. But yeah, it's like there's like a dithering end bloom effect. And you might think those two would make shit look kind of bad. Yeah, like, oh, why does it have to be a visual effect on everything? But like, no, it actually, like, it makes it like look really fucking cool, I think. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I like the voice acting. It's solid. It's just with Final Fantasy Tactics, dude. The amount of time spent in between battle optimizing shit and menus, you can't really get around of that. It's a lot. If you can hang with that, Final Fantasy Tactics will be great. If not, it will probably break you. I'm curious about what this guy is going to be like when I move on to that. I feel like it could be similar in some ways. What I like about Final Fantasy 14 is they have mounts that multiple players can ride. Nice. And I've heard about the Final Fantasy 15 car. Fisto's internet chat stuff for a second there. No, that's fucking the... Dude, so Pickle, this is running on PlayStation 2 servers. Like, they have not changed the fucking server because it fucking works and it's what the game's designed around, so they're like, fuck it, just make sure that shit keeps running. Add more fucking hard drives and internet connections if it needs it. So every now and then in certain towns and certain locations, you'll see your homies just fucking teleport there. Stutter step. Once again, I'd love to meet the fucking, like, crazy-ass archons they have maintaining these servers in the, like, 72nd basement of Square Enix HQ. Now your stream buffed for a couple seconds, then Reila teleported a couple times. Oh, so it was both. Okay. Alright, then maybe it was my internet shit now. I have no dropped frames, though. I have a couple frames missed due to rendering lag, but I mean, it's such a small amount. Granted, the server is long. Can you, like, just do the thing, please? Thank you. When's the guys? Oh, that's one thing I'm legit kind of worried about, by the way, is all the places I'm looking at, right, have, obviously, internet, right? Noticing Glacier. Or, you know, an internet option if, you know, otherwise, you know, whatever. But, I don't know if you guys ever, like, you know, when you, like, move to places, half the time, like, the internet, sometimes it'll just be, like, shitty there, but the previous tenant didn't complain because they don't do fancy shit. Oh god, there you are. But then when I hop in, I'm like, then you call up fucking Comcast or Verizon or whoever fucking does the internet there. And then they're like, yeah, the fucking, all the wires going into the place are fucking rusted or some shit like that. And it's like, alright, great. Can you fix it? Fuck. I'm paying money for this shit. So, I don't know. So, like, who knows? It's gonna be, it's a little bit of a crapshoot. Always, but if there are fucking issues for the first couple streams, I'll, you know, I know how to bitch to an internet service provider enough and long enough and consistent enough to get good service. What the fuck is this thing? Yo, what's good, nautical babe? We don't need internet where we're going. That's Doc Brown if he was Mexican. Was it you, Reila, who showed me the guy on Twitter that just, like, reposts people being like, this is what you would look like if you were black. This is what you would look like if you're Chinese. That's fucking really good, dude. I think about that shit fairly regularly. It's pretty fucking good. Got a buzz cut, so just call me the Prince of all Saiyans. It's so Jover. Someone doxed them and he did the same for himself. Oh, that's funny. This is what I would look like if I were black. That's fucking good. This is what I would look like if I were Chinese. That's fucking good. It's funny. Why dox that person of all people? Were they really like just that mad? Like, oh my god, you're so racist. Saying that's what they would look like if they were black or Chinese. I'm gonna get to them. Yeah, they're that mad. I can't imagine having like that little of a sense of humor. That's fascinating to me. Humorless motherfuckers, it's crazy. Probably blue skiers. Breath of Dawn. Nice. So that is all of them, right? Yeah, Breath of Dawn. So then you just do the thing and check the door, right? All right, so yeah, shit. Want to call it then? It's 1:20, but that sets things up very nicely for a epilogue stream and some Rhapsodies of Van Deal for Friday. And yeah, and it can be a shorter stream, so that way I'm not up all night, so I can kind of get a good breakfast, good coffee before hitting that fucking road Saturday. It's exciting shit. I'll just fucking live stream that shit. I'll live stream the entire drive. I'm like, yeah, so I'm just looking at the phone holding it. You guys can witness me getting a fucking accident. Might go there early so you can be ready. Gotcha. Because I can always just use the next escape to go to you, right? At least I would hope so. Yeah, that's neat. And also, once again, we got, look at that. Level fucking 20 Scholar. Hell yeah. That is now my 5th highest job level. Not bad. Then we got, you know, this shit. Level 8 with Club, level 12 with Staff. From playing to Scholar. I think those are his two main, weapon types. And then we also got... How did I find magic skills? Fuck, I have no... God damn it. Is that under combat skills? No. Oh, because I'm currently monk, so we can't see it. But still, all the same, getting Scholar up to level 20, it is an interesting job fucking around with them as well. Learning that buffs are really good. They last for a long time. 30 minutes. So if you're like a fucking mage with like protect and all that shit, just before going into a fucked up place, just cast on all your party. You'll be boosting your buffing magic class skill tree. Yeah, one of the things I do hope to do before like we finish this is unlock all the jobs, maybe get all the jobs to at least level 10 or something, just so I can get even just like a minor feel on all of them. But that's a lot. Final Fantasy 11 is a big game. But thank you guys for joining me. Once again, there might be a stream tomorrow night, which would be Final Fantasy 3, and there might be a nighttime stream of like Final Fantasy Tactics midweek. That's kind of a fucking big maybe. And then definitely Friday night we'll do a Final Fantasy 11 stream before the big move. So exciting shit. I'm pumped. Like 5-minute walk from a gym. That's a fucking I actually can't imagine. That's like mind-boggling to me. And also like a 10 to 15-minute drive to work. That's fucked up. That's crazy. But guys, take care of yourselves. Much love. Always rooting for you guys. Take care.